This earful of real radio is brought to you by Eye Candy Energy Drink. Taste the sweet life.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
The NBC Nightly News.
Legacy isn't handed down.
For NBC News, I'm Tom Brokaw.
We hope to see you back here.
I'm Lester Holt.
It's carried forward.
Tom Yamas is there for us.
Firefighters are still working around the clock.
As the world changes, we look for what endures.
We are coming on the air with breaking news right now.
We look for a constant. And from one era to the next, trust is the anchor.
For NBC Nightly News, I'm Tom Yamas.
A new chapter begins. NBC Nightly News with Tom Yamas. Evenings on NBC.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Tuesday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day. And we do have a big program set up for you this afternoon. We will get you caught up on what's happening in the world. Deb does that around 3:20 with JCS News. 4 o'clock hour, it's What'd You Do That's New. We'll go over my choice, which is uncommon animal friendships. This is exactly what I needed today, by the way. It was about an hour of watching stuff like this rather than reading the GD News. 5 o'clock hour, we'll do trivia, tons of cool tickets. 6 o'clock, It's Only Money with our buddy Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth. Well, ended up, you heard it here first. Your call, sex, and talkbacks all day long. Welcome to the show. I'm Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer, Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
Comedy alien, Ross Padgett.
50 Shades of, hey, how you doing?
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Find us easily on social, Instagram, Facebook, at The Jim Colbert Show, on X, just at Jim Colbert Show, and all day, every day on YouTube, and all the fun stuff at JimColbertLive.com. Want to send a talkback? You could do that. Grab that app and go to Real Radio. Use that mic to send your comment over to the show. We'll get you on there in no time at all. How you guys doing today?
Good.
Literally walked in right before the monsoon started. Was pretty happy about that.
Oh, me too.
Great
not
timing.
Me. I got to drive through it.
But the funny thing is I knew that because you didn't get in the building till like 1:37, and I knew that because as soon as I walked in, a girl and I were about to get on the elevator, and I looked back, and it was just like, not only was it raining like crazy, the wind was blowing like nuts, like hurricane blowing, and I was like, whoosh, barely made it in.
It stopped just as I got into the parking lot.
Very good.
More like a non-soon.
Yeah. Oh.
Where am I going? No.
Good day for Tuesdays, guys. My least favorite day of the week.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Have you always felt that way?
Well, it is Monday's ugly sister.
I'm not.
No, it just started today, Ross.
Yeah.
I'm not born this way.
I'm not a big Tuesday fan, buddy. I don't know why. Just the worst night of television.
Too mundane.
Yeah. Just it's too far away from the weekend and too far away from the weekend.
It's too.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Looking back and looking forward.
Yeah. It's too far away from the weekend. I hate it.
That was poetic.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. I appreciate
you
that.
Tweet that or something.
Yeah. I'll be here all week. Just give me a call. What did you say that for?
Say what for?
You said something about it being a bad day or whatever? What's the car watch for you? Did you get bad news on the car or something?
No, I haven't. I was just saying that, Tuesday has always been considered Monday's ugly sister.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Because, like you said, we've only got Monday under our belt.
Yeah.
And when you wake up, you're like, oh, God, it's only Tuesday.
4 more days.
And
it's only Tuesday?
I'm kind of with you on this now. Now I'm starting to understand the ugly sister aspect because Monday, 5-star bad. It's a stereotype, right?
Yeah.
And at that point, you know what to expect.
It's got a bumper sticker.
You can buy
songs. I hate Mondays.
You could buy a Hate Monday shirt, Daytona Beach now.
Yeah.
But then Tuesday doesn't have anything.
It doesn't, man. I don't even want ice cream on Tuesdays.
Because even people like curmudgeons.
Liar.
Where in the hell did that come from?
I don't know. It's
of
just like,
all the things to say I will not do on a Tuesday.
I love ice cream, but I don't want to have it on a Tuesday for some reason.
Yeah, because you didn't.
I can't enjoy it.
You didn't earn it.
I can't enjoy it. There is another reason I wanted to ask. This actually is our question of the day. And Ross, actually, everybody in these rooms has a connection to this in some way, shape, or form.
Star Fox.
And by the way, let me say this.
I love the way you said it. Star Fox.
This is not to bring anybody down, because I'm not down about it, but I do have this as a question of the day, and I wanted to know how you guys feel.
But I
about
hate
it.
Tuesday, and I want you all to feel the same.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Right.
already bummed out.
Question of the day.
All right.
Who hates Tuesday?
Come, are you with me?
I'm looking for my people.
Today is my mom's birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Yeah,
Mom.
so my mom has passed. So today is my mom's birthday. She's been dead, been dead. She passed away, I think, 3 years ago.
God
and
rest her soul.
Thank you so much. I agree. And today is her birthday. So what my question of the day is do you guys do anything? And I know this is weird because the farther it gets out, the less you think about it, kind of thing. Jack's mom or dad passed years ago. His mom a little bit more recently. Ross, your dad passed years ago when you were very young.
Yeah.
My mom passed recently. Deb's father
Yes.
passed years ago. And I know that your relationship with your dad was a little, was weird as well. Do you guys do anything to celebrate past relatives of any sort on the day of their birthday, whether it be a sister, a brother, or mom, dad, aunt, grandma, grandpa? Do you guys do anything like that other than just post maybe on Facebook, or do you even do that?
God, what a way to ruin a Tuesday.
Come on, man.
No, the answer's no. I don't do anything for my dead dad.
Yeah, what do you mean? Don't say it like that.
Oh, but that's the question.
But no, it's not the question. What I'm saying
is.
There's Jack. There's Jack.
Do you do anything in remembrance? Maybe not to celebrate, in remembrance. Like
So it's kind of like what your usual tradition is when you go back to P-Town. You'll go visit her grave, have a cigar, and then leave her the rest of the cigar.
I'll leave the cigar on her gravesite and change the flowers on her grave.
Will you do that? You won't be able to do that today.
We just did it
you
last.
did? Oh, okay.
Memorial Day weekend. I knew it wasn't going to be up for her birthday, so we did it then.
You leave a cigar?
I'll leave a cigar on her grave.
Did she smoke cigars?
She smoked cigarettes at an alarming rate.
So and you're like,
at an alarming rate. She actually would get a carton of cigarettes and just light that on fire and then huff the box.
Get a big cigarette. That's close enough.
She would smoke the filter. She'd eat everything. She'd lick her fingers. She loved it.
Can I ask though? Like,
you can ask whatever you want.
All right.
My mom had a great sense of humor.
All right, so then I find this a little bit funny.
If you offend my mother, I will kill you.
No, I am not. No.
See how quickly that changed?
There's a little bit of comedy in what you just said to me, which is, she smoked a lot of cigarettes, which is why I leave a cigar. Or it's like,
I don't smoke cigarettes. It's the only thing I guess I could, and I'm not leaving a blunt.
Yeah.
We're not leaving that.
But I like I like the respect, and then the comedy comes in with this is close enough.
That's all I can do.
That's the part that makes me a little laugh there.
I'll give an example of how she was how associated she was with her cigarette smoking. My daughter texted me this morning. She goes, smoking a pack for Granny.
That's awesome.
Like huffing a pack for Granny or whatever today. That was kind of her little thing.
That I do not do that.
Yeah, I think the most people do is like maybe throw something on Facebook or social, a big shout, or like a
picture.
Remembering something like that. Yeah.
You kind of are blowing my mind right now because it's kind of a real crossroads moment when it comes to humans passing away. When it comes to social media, if my dad passed away and I was older during the time of social media, and say that my dad had a Facebook with tons of public photos and a damn website reminding me, hey, here's a tagged photo,
right?
That's a very different reality than the reality that I have losing my dad at 13 and he was not on social media.
Yeah.
And that I don't get a notification going like, hey, here it is.
Remember this?
Right, yeah.
Like or share.
Oh, come on.
What I mean?
Facebook has a flashback for you.
Like, it would be a very different relationship with my passed away father if, social media was more, if he had a page.
Right,
someone who's passed away and then you still see their social media.
Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, there's one guy I do, and I still visit it to see if people still post, and they do. They still wish him happy birthday like every year. He's been passed for a number of years.
Oh.
And the family just leaves it up because of that, actually.
Yeah.
People drop by, hey, miss you type thing. And you can see it every year, like from 2017 or whatever it is, all the way up until now. They'll do that. And the family agrees to leave it up.
Was your mom on Facebook?
My mom is not on social media. media.
So
she was a paranoid schizophrenic, so she would have thought that was stealing her soul.
That's a way to hit it.
It's that Tuesday vibe. I get it, man. It's something with you on Tuesdays.
Yeah. Anyway, I didn't know. That is our question of the day. So you go check that out and get involved with that in our YouTube feed or on our Instagram channel as well.
It's kind of like the ofrenda.
What's that?
The ofrenda that they have during Day of the Dead in Mexico.
I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, you have because you've seen the movie Coco. So
you know, you wanted him to stay there.
That's my favorite movie review ever.
But the ofrenda is where they put the photos of their loved ones. Of course, it's on that one day because
I see what
it's
you're saying,
believed that they can cross over.
Yes,
but
yes.
that would be the only massive acknowledgement that I could think of.
And I would even wonder, like, before social, what people would do. I think mostly people are texting in saying, visit the gravesite or whatever. But I think that kind of wanes after a while. I think maybe you do that for 4 or 5 years, and then, maybe you don't do it anymore. Maybe you can't make it that week or something. It just kind of slowly turns back into a normal life.
You want me to go to the gravesite? You want me to go to my laundry room, pay respects?
Wait, time out. Have you found the ashes?
Yeah, I found them.
Are they definitely in the laundry room?
Definitely in the laundry room, baby.
And like every respected father right behind the dryer sheet.
Yeah. He smells great.
Yeah, he does. He smells awesome. He's spring fresh.
Lavender.
It's the best he's ever smelled.
It smells amazing.
Is that vanilla coconut?
Yeah.
Roger, is that vanilla coconut?
Good old vanilla coconut Rogers.
Mix in some of those game fireworks, those smelly beads.
Oh, yeah.
Mix that right in there. Shake it up.
Oh, yeah. Like, you mean laundry maracas?
Yeah.
That's what I call them.
Yeah.
The beads are like laundry maracas. Those are the best.
Clean linen.
Yeah. I don't use any of that stuff in my laundry. I saw a thing today. There's a TikTok challenge thing out there because I guess people are making their own laundry pods, trying to freeze the laundry because they say that when they throw the pods in, the plastic doesn't melt, or that whatever that coating is doesn't melt, and they just have washed clothes that have been rinsed and the pod's still at the bottom of the washing machine completely intact. I've never seen that ever.
I've
never seen that, but I have switched back from the pods to liquid.
Yeah, and you know what? The other thing they say, how much do you use?
A lot. What? Half the cup.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like they're saying everybody uses way, way, way too much laundry detergent. You think you're doing yourself a favor and you're not. That's why your clothes feel kind of weird and sticky.
Because there's still soap in there.
Yeah. And they're saying that people are using ice trays and they're pouring their detergent in the ice trays and then freezing it and then just throwing the cubes in so they can pre-measure it and it comes out the same way every time. They tell you not to do that because I guess when you freeze it, it changes
the chemistry changes.
It changes
does
the
it
makeup.
though?
They say it does.
It's
I
all
would believe
still
it
there.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's undergone an extreme.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah, you're right. I don't. All right, 407-916-1041. You can always text us, 77031. Got a lot of fun stuff to talk about today. Deb, what do you got for news?
Florida lawmakers returned to the Capitol to restart budget talks. Orlando police warned drivers of a scam involving parking meters downtown. And Gibson Guitars
Well, don't say it.
needs your help.
Well, I need their help. I need them to not be $5,000.
Gibson Guitars needs your
Okay.
help. We'll talk about that and more coming up next during JCS
All right,
News.
let's take a little break. We'll do come back and get Deb's news and more of the Jim Colbert Show. Stay put.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
There's a look that he has that's that F-boy look, and it,
What's an
know,
F-boy?
the F
Think
stands
about
for
it.
F.
Oh, so would Ryan be an F-boy?
No.
Oh, how about me? Am I an F-boy?
No. Yeah, the F
Okay, you
stands
didn't
for
say it
fat.
so quick, Angelique. But
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The right lane's blocked on I-4 westbound before Lake Mary Boulevard. The traffic lights are working incorrectly on World Center Drive near I-4 there. There's a crash getting cleared up on the ramp from I-4 eastbound to State Road 436. Keep an eye out for an accident on Florida's Turnpike northbound before Osceola Parkway. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by WhatsApp. On WhatsApp, your personal messages stay private. So things like those selfies from last weekend's party stay between you and your bestie. Because on WhatsApp, your personal messages are yours. No one else can see or hear them, not even us. WhatsApp, message privately with everyone.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. June is Men's Health Awareness Month. That's important. Here's why. Dudes have a hard time going to the doctor, man. It's really that simple. They're like, I'll just tough it out. I don't need to go to the doctor, blah, 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 blah. Well, now you're 55 years old. You're like, well, I don't know if I'm good or not. I do have some heart issues in my family history. Maybe I should go over to Life Imaging FLA and get this free heart scan. Let me tell you, it would benefit you greatly to do that. At least now you have that peace of mind that you know what's going on. Even if you have an issue, catching it early is paramount to great health. They can help you. If you do find an issue, you take that information to your primary care doctor, and you guys start building a plan to keep you around for years. So do that. And remember, there are no dyes involved. You do not take off your clothes. There are no injections. The entire process only takes a few minutes. So don't wait. Do what I did, what my wife did, what my in-laws have done, what so many Central Floridians are doing. Get over to Life Imaging FLA. Get this free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. And while you're there, please ask about their cancer screening because early detection does save lives. Here's how you make your appointment. Simply pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say that keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do, guys. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They will connect you in seconds. Take time to take care of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto text message from iHeartMedia.
Eustace Roofing. New roof, no mess.
This September, our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One is coming back to Las Vegas.
And you can win your way to be there.
Streaming live only on Hulu. Tickets go on sale June 13th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific through AXS.com. But starting June 11th at 1 p.m. Eastern, Capital One cardholders get first access to tickets and other exclusive offers for 48 hours only or while pre-sale tickets last. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One for more pre-sale details. What's in your wallet? Keep listening for the next chance to win your way to our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Presented by Capital One.
Are you prepared for the future? At TK Law Firm, they understand the importance of securing your legacy. Whether you're looking for a will or trust, they can help. Don't leave your legacy to chance. Visit onefirmforlife.com for your free consultation. Protect what matters most. TK Law Firm, your partner in estate planning excellence.
Life is busy. Luckily, Racetrack's here to keep you on track every day.
Running around and the time makes you nervous. Are you still a mom or just a taxi service?
With ice cold drinks, hot pizza, freshly ground coffee, and even Swirl World frozen yogurt for the kids.
The schedule is packed with things that they have to do, but with so much to choose from, you'll find something for you.
Racetrack is here to keep you going.
Racetrack's gonna get you.
Racetrack, whatever gets you going.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Do you love your kids? Send them to Crush Yard Summer Camp, where every day is packed with pickleball, ping pong, arcade games, crafts, cornhole, and more. It's active, creative, and tons of fun. Plus, lunch is included. More than just a camp, it's a summer full of new friends, confidence building, and unforgettable memories. With flexible scheduling and affordable pricing, it's easy to plan your summer your way. Spots are filling fast. Sign up now at crushyard.com/camps.
I'm Ellie Anajar of Anajar & Levine. Injured in a car crash? Never rush to settle with insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar & Levine. Our experienced legal team will fight to win you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call me, Ellie Anajar, for a free consultation and take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando.
Hi, this is Alice Christner. Please join our family on Friday, June 20th for a special fundraising dinner at Christner's Prime Steak and Lobster to celebrate 32 years of legendary dining in Orlando. All of the dining proceeds will be donated to Aspire Health Partners and the Advent Health Diabetes Institute. This meaningful give back event reflects the Christner family's heartfelt appreciation for your support for more than 3 decades. For reservation, visit Christner'sPrimeSteakandLobster.com. Because at Christner's, every day is a special occasion.
Dinner's ready. All right, is everyone here? Where's Michael? Food's getting cold.
Every day, 9 people on our Florida roadways won't make it home. Don't let it be you or someone you love.
Michael, is that you? Officer?
Ma'am, I'm so sorry. I have some very sad news to share.
Michael never made it home. Buckle up. Every trip, every time. Let's get everyone home safely. A message from Florida Department of Transportation, Target Zero. For more information, visit targetzerofl.com.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
You're great at protecting your personal information. You might even use things like two-factor authentication and strong passwords. But as much as you try to control how your info's protected, there are other places that also have it, and they may not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save 40% your first year with my name Clay as the promo code at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Most impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors are installed in just 6 to 8 weeks. Visit ReeseWindows.com.
Tuesdays just got Mo better with Ross Padgett. Presented by JustCallMo.com. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
My mom's birthday is on June 9th, which is Monday. She would have turned 101. She died on December 21st, just this past year. I'm flying up on Saturday to Vermont to put her in the plot we bought for her years ago in Essex, Vermont. Obviously, I won't be able to visit it every year, but it doesn't matter. She's in my heart. Take care, everybody.
Thank you, buddy.
Happy Tuesday.
Yes, for sure. Happy Tuesday.
Yeah, thanks, Jim.
Shoot us a text when you want, 77031. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio 104.1. If you love the show, please tell somebody. We enjoy doing it, especially when Ross is here.
I'm so happy. I'm ready to get my news on. I'm ready to get my smiles on.
All right, very good. Well, welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well, along with Ross. Speaking of Deb, let's get some news.
It's time for JCS News.
Wow, does this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
And as always, JCS News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. All right, Florida lawmakers back in Tallahassee today to restart budget negotiations after reaching a tentative deal. The agreement ends a weeks-long stalemate and includes tax cuts, spending reductions, and a proposed 2% raise for state workers.
Nice.
Speaker of the House Daniel Perez says one stumbling block was on the magnitude of spending cuts.
The House wanted to cut the budget significantly more than either the Senate or the governor. How we cut the budget is something that maybe we may have had difference of opinions, but we were all under the understanding that as long as we cut the budget, how we do it didn't matter.
Now, Perez's push to reduce the state's overall sales tax rate is probably off the table, as is the elimination of property taxes, because that requires voters' approval.
Yep.
So he says lawmakers are working on proposals to put on the next ballot.
Nice.
In the meantime, Florida's economy remains strong, but growth is expected to slow over the next 5 years. Florida Tax Watch released an economic outlook for the Sunshine State. The organization says the state's population is expected to grow by this many people by 2030.
So we're at 20. Is it a percentage or a number?
It's a number.
Okay, so we're at 22, 23 million right now?
We're that high?
Something like that, right?
So the state's population is projected to grow by this number by 2030. So by this many people, not the total.
Okay, so it's I'll go
2.4 mil. That's my final answer.
Good.
Definitive.
Too
and I'm
low.
out.
Too low.
Were you going to ask a question? That's why I was waiting on you to ask your
No,
question.
I was waiting to jump on your answer.
Oh, no.
Jump on mine. Mine's good.
All right, I'll go 5 million.
Oh, it's not going to be that much.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
By when? By next year?
No, by 2030.
By 2030 even. Boy, that's a lot. I'll go 3.5 million.
1.4 million.
God, I almost said 1.7.
Really?
Yeah.
1.4 million by 2030, though net migration is expected to decline. Rising costs of living, insurance. What problems with insurance?
Mm-hmm.
And weather concerns are prompting more people to leave the state, according to the report. Now, despite the challenges, Florida is still expected to outperform the national economy in areas such as employment, gross domestic product, and, of course, tourism.
Ocala today, I read, is like the third fastest growing area when people move to Florida. That's where they're moving to, Ocala. And they're moving out of South Florida like crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like the exodus out of South Florida.
Well, Ocala's the only thing that's left. I mean, you've got Groveland that's blown up, Lakeland that's blown up.
And it's beautiful out there, man.
It's gorgeous. All right, the parents of the 2 victims killed in the 2024 Halloween mass shooting in downtown Orlando are filing a negligence suit against the city, police, and event coordinators. 19-year-old Timothy Schmidt Jr. and 25-year-old Tyreek Hill were shot to death. Attorney Michael Haggard.
2 absolutely innocent young men had their lives taken that evening, and we from the Haggard Law Firm stand with both Tim Smith Sr. and Teresa Clinton in this pursuit of justice.
Now, 5 other shooting victims survived. One was trampled as the massive crowd reacted to the gunfire. A 17-year-old suspect, Jalen Edgar, remains in jail and faces murder charges. These parents are even blaming the businesses in downtown Orlando.
Yeah, it's crazy, really. I mean,
it really is.
There were like 30 to 50,000 people down there at that time or something, and 160 officers or something.
Exactly.
The presence was pretty amazing.
And we had talked about all of the prep that OPD was planning to do in anticipation of the large crowd. So,
and other than wand every single person that walks into that and then close off every single street, how are you supposed to guard against some maniac, walking through the streets with a gun, popping off rounds?
Was this event the last straw with downtown?
Yeah, that's right.
Where they just said, okay, we're done.
This is the one where they started instituting all that stuff for the business owners, which caused a bunch of them to wind up shutting down.
Well, it also is where they reinstated only allowing people to walk on sidewalks. So they opened Orange Avenue again, and they didn't allow people to walk in the middle of the road because it allowed for so much on the sidewalks, better crowd control. So they've reopened up those streets that used to be closed for you to walk around. Speaking of going downtown, the Orlando police did make a special announcement on their social media today, warning drivers of a recent scam involving parking meters in downtown Orlando. So think if you've gone to a game recently or a restaurant. So according to parking enforcement,
this one is so clever.
Oh, it's clever, but it's
so despicable because
maddening.
of how clever it is.
It is.
It's going to actually it's going to make people reimagine how they do this, because the ability to do what you're about to say is so easy and cheap.
Exactly. And unfortunately, with the lack of attendance being there, everyone is relying on your ability to pay with technology, but that makes the bad actors, it opens up the field for them. And what I'm talking about is that roughly 200 fake QR code stickers have been recovered from parking meters in downtown Orlando. Of course, the counterfeit codes are designed to look legitimate while redirecting users to a fraudulent site. So,
yeah.
So it's
just a sticker.
It's a sticker on the meter itself, and they showed one side by side, like with the black background with the logo on it. It's part of the sticker that's on there. With the fake one, the bogus one, they are taking their QR code sticker, overlaying it on the real QR code, so you can see that there's a sticker on top of it.
Okay, that's what's to look for.
Yeah. So that if there's a QR code sticker on top of the label, don't use that. There are other ways. You can get the app. You can download the app and handle it that way, and that's safer if you are actively typing in the site as opposed to trusting a QR code you see out on the street.
Right, yeah.
And most security people will tell you to never trust those QR codes, because more often than not, you don't know if it's bad code.
Well, remember when the Super Bowl hit and everybody was like, they were just throwing it up there, and people were just blindly going to this QR code. They're like, that could be anything.
Anything.
They paid millions to get that on TV. It's safe. Maybe.
Fire in Seminole County may have not started as originally thought. 2 homes were damaged Sunday when they caught fire in Fern Park on South Lakewood Circle. Firefighters first thought the fire started after there was an explosion in a shed between the homes, but yesterday, investigators said it may have started when an aerosol can ruptured. Terrifying, right? You got spray paint.
How would that happen, though? I mean, but aerosol cans are in sheds all over the country, all over Florida.
I don't know, but that's what fire investigators said, that they think that may have been the cause.
Amazing.
More
that
work
went from meth lab to hairspray real quick.
Yeah.
More work will be needed to find the exact cause. In the meantime, homeowners Kurt and Maxine Earhart are sorting through the debris. Maxine says about a third of the home is destroyed, and they're going to need to stay somewhere else for about a month. The couple, of course, owns Maxine's on Shine in Orlando, and they lost a lot of memorabilia in the fire. Maxine is also trying to find the stranger who helped her out of the fire.
Also, the dog or something, right? Like the stranger, something about her rescuing her dog?
Well, she had her dog.
Right, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that she and the dog, Lucinda, were in the house. Stranger knocks on the door loudly to say, hey, you need to get out. Your house is on fire. She said, no, it's not. I'm in my house.
Right.
You know, he's like, no, it's on fire. You need to go. So they went out. She saw the fire and then determined that, okay, it's not in the interior. And she wanted to grab the top drawer of her jewelry.
Yes.
I guess one of those little cases.
Yeah.
She was just going to grab the top drawer. And the guy said, step aside. He just picked up the whole thing and carried it outside.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Well, that's not all. The community is also rallying around that couple. Some loyal customers started a GoFundMe page yesterday. Jim Hobart is one of those who started the page, and he says the Earharts are part of the fabric of the community, and they've always been so generous with nonprofit causes. So over 100 people have donated over $15,000
Yeah,
so
that's
far.
awesome.
Oh,
Isn't that cool?
It's over 19 now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they were on Good Day Orlando on Fox 35 this morning.
Yeah,
wow.
all over Facebook, too. Yeah.
The most Orlando couple of all time.
That's what Jack was saying yesterday.
I shared their GoFundMe and I quoted Ross Padgett.
Yeah, saw it.
If there was a prom king and prom queen of the 407, it's those two.
I would have to agree with that, actually.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do, and as the GoFundMe shows.
And they're just quirky enough to be Orlando, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
and it's the best type of fun, weird, I don't know,
Exactly. It's that fun, whimsical vibe. You know, it's kind of bringing that Portlandia type of thing. All right. A person was bitten by an otter at Wekiva Island. This happened on May 29th. Now, according to the Florida Wildlife Commission, the individual was treated at the scene by Wekiva Island Fire and Rescue, but later transported to a local hospital for further medical care. No idea on what their injuries are. An FWC officer working alongside Wekiva Island Management searched the area for the angry otter, but weren't able to locate it. As of today, no additional sightings have been reported, but the FWC continues to monitor the area and urges caution around wildlife. Says they're generally not aggressive, but if they feel cornered or like you're encroaching into their space,
they're territorial.
They're going to do their thing.
Yeah, they are territorial.
Yeah.
I saw a video of one chasing off a coyote this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the coyote was near its area,
Right.
and Otter was not cool with that.
Not cool with that. Not going to do that. All right, a follow-up on a story we've been following for a while. A plan is in place, thankfully, to move 7 dolphins out of a Bay County facility that's under investigation. Congressman Neil Dunn said yesterday NOAA has told him the bottlenose dolphins at Gulf World Marine Park up in Panama City Beach. Yeah, they're going to be transferred to a facility in St. Johns County. Gulf World Marine Park agreed to move the dolphins after 5 others died at the facility in the last 8 months. Dunn says the dolphins' new home will be Marineland Dolphin Adventure in St. Augustine. There's no word on when the transfer will take place or where the other dolphins may go, but I have a feeling there's probably some phone calls going on between SeaWorld Orlando.
For sure, yeah.
And that park. Speaking of our parks, a man is suing Universal Orlando Resort after a ride he was on malfunctioned. The St. Johns County man filed the lawsuit last week in Orange County. He was on the Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey ride in Islands of Adventure 2 years ago when it stopped. He says he was stuck in midair for about an hour.
Okay.
He claims in his suit he suffered injuries that resulted in pain and suffering and mental anguish.
Okay.
He's suing for $50,000. Universal has not responded to the suit.
Did he lose like a limb?
No, and I'm thinking, I mean, he was stuck in midair.
Jack. He got really hot. He got really hot, dude. It's Florida. Come on, dude. He got really hot.
What time is the bus leaving for Knucklehead Island?
I don't know, but I have a feeling you're saving him a seat.
All right, well,
It's 50,000 a trip, Jack.
Let me go ahead and represent this man real quick. What the jury does not understand, he was stuck in the Death Eater Dementor room.
Oh,
you know what?
Was he really?
His soul was sucked 42,000 times.
Okay, I was like,
I have no idea, but that would be kind of a fun place to get stuck at.
I just can't imagine what injuries like I know when we talked about the water park issue, I mean there was actual lacerations.
Sure,
in this case, I don't know. I don't.
Damn.
I haven't delved into it, but hanging it midair for an hour, I can't imagine
Well,
it's probably not fun.
No,
but I mean, it's not worth $50K.
I think actually the barrister here brings up a good point. If there's a Death Eater in your face,
I guess so.
I mean, give the guy a couple free tickets, but $50,000.
All right, another theme park news.
Damn.
There's a new Cars attraction coming to Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom.
I love that band.
Piston Peak National Park is inspired by the Pixar franchise. It'll feature a visitor lodge, ranger headquarters, trails, and more. Attractions like the Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer Island will close starting on July 7th to make room for the new land.
That's a travesty, by the way. I understand it has to happen.
I know.
But as a little dirt-faced redneck kid that got to go to Disney like 3 times his entire life, riding that boat over to that island and running, completely ramshot through that area like I owned it, like I was really part of the movie. One of my greatest memories as a child.
Well, as long as you're there before July 7th, you can let those memories rip.
I've also seen, the rafts that they would usually take people?
Yeah.
I've seen one of those sink with people on it before.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's $50,000 right easy right there.
It wasn't even 10 feet off the dock, and that summit started going down, and people were losing their mind. The person had to remind them, it's not deep, you're fine.
Exactly.
It's like 3 feet, you're good.
You can stand up. All right, the Orlando Magic is unveiling their new jerseys for the upcoming season, something from Brandon Kravitz from 96.9 The Game actually talked about yesterday during sports. They feature the iconic star logo as a nod to the team's origins. The blue away jerseys include a logo with a silver star replacing the A in both Magic and Orlando. The white home jerseys have Magic blue accents and pinstripes.
Yeah.
The jerseys also display the Nike, Air Jordan, and Disney logos.
Yeah, I saw them today. It's actually not that bad.
No, they look pretty good.
Yeah, they're trying to just kind of ramp it up a little bit. I mean,
nothing wrong with that.
And it's national news today. It was kind of weird. I mean, like the front
Really?
page of the USA Today that Orlando Magic was rebranding their uniforms is kind of wild.
Especially since they do everything normally to not talk about us.
I love the one that's right in the middle, Jack. I don't know about you guys. Ross, have you seen them yet?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Dude, that one in the middle is dope.
Are you talking about the blue and black one?
Yeah, the blue and black with the Magic, kind of almost like a baseball jersey coming across the front like that. I
It's
love
got
that.
both of the, it looks like the 2015 up top, 1995.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That black pinstripe.
Love that.
I'm surprised we got away with that. Yeah, I'm in love with these.
Yeah. Good job.
In other sports news, City of Sunrise Mayor Michael Ryan is again challenging the mayor of Edmonton as the Florida Panthers try to make their way down the road to a repeat Stanley Cup championship. Following last season's Stanley Cup win, Mayor Ryan sent to Edmonton a signed Panthers jersey, but now he's upping the ante.
This year, Mayor Sohi, we'll send you yet another Panthers jersey for you to wear. And when we win, we'll send you a proclamation for you to read in the city of Edmonton declaring Florida Panthers Day and City of Sunrise Day.
Mayor Sohi has accepted the challenge in the hopes of having an Edmonton Oilers Day declared in Sunrise. Games 1 and 2 are Wednesday and Friday in Edmonton. And
I like it. Now they want to embarrass you as opposed to just trading what your city is known
Exactly.
for.
Instead of just giving you salsa and like a fruit.
Yeah, here's a crate of oranges.
Exactly.
Here's a key lime pie.
Here's a proclamation.
Right.
And then finally.
Okay, finally.
Back to the Future.
You recognized it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What possibly? Do you remember the tease?
No.
Gibson is launching a search for the guitar famously played by Michael J. Fox in the original Back to the Future movie.
Oh, that's the ES-335 or whatever. It's the kind of the B.B. King guitar, isn't it?
The guitar maker posted a video today featuring Fox, Leah Thompson, and Christopher Lloyd, along with Huey Lewis, asking the public to send in tips on where the guitar might be. The search and its hopeful recovery will be featured in a new documentary called Lost to the Future.
That's killer.
The iconic cherry red ES-345.
345, my bad.
I was impressed that you even got the ES part.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
embarrass us.
I'm so sorry. I'll quit and then commit Harry Carey. And then jump off the Nissan building.
The cherry red ES-345 was rented from Norman's Rare Guitars in Los Angeles for the filming of the first movie, but then it's not known what happened to it after it was returned.
Have you watched that documentary? Norman's Rare Guitars?
I have not. You told me about this the other day. I've yet to do it. I've got to watch that.
I'm halfway through it. You'll love it.
It's fascinating.
Oh, absolutely.
So this year marks Back to the Future's anniversary.
Oh, don't I know. It's gross.
Jack, do you know?
It's going to be 40 years.
Yeah,
right?
it's their
40
40th
years.
anniversary.
40 years.
40th anniversary.
40 years, guys.
Oh.
But it's time travel. It's like nothing.
Yeah, you're right. It's fine. Thanks, Jack. I appreciate it. I needed that.
We're just a lightning bolt away.
I needed that. You know what? The funny thing is when you said that, I was like, well, they should just go to this warehouse. Man, Bradshaw and I went out to L.A. We talk about this story all the time, or this trip all the time. When we were with the XFL, we got to travel with the team. Well, we went to L.A. to broadcast that game, and you work one day. The other day, they flew us out like 2 days early. So we get to go to the Paramount Studios tour, and part of that tour was also the room where they have props. And man, what you don't realize is this warehouse, and Jack will confirm this, was as big as that Rooms to Go warehouse on the way to Tampa. It felt like that big, right? And everywhere you would drive, you would be able to go past an area. This is all the stuff from 1953. Right. This is the stuff from 1955. This is the stuff from 81, and everything in that warehouse. And the warehouse that I'm like, each year had its own area that was specifically for that year, and it was amazing, dude. I mean, millions of items to bring a TV show right back to the year they want it to be in, within like picking it out of the room. It was great. Very, very interesting.
Well, hopefully they're going to find that guitar.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's a really expensive guitar to begin with. I mean, it's probably $3,000 or $4,000 just for the guitar. If it didn't have any provenance with Back to the Future, it would already be very collectible.
It'd be interesting to see where they're going to find it.
Yeah.
And if they're going to find it, and that concludes your JCS news.
Wow. I felt it. I ran with it. I'm sorry, guys. I'll get better.
I loved it, actually.
So we have a bass line now.
Yeah.
It's like Seinfeld.
I mean, I can't recreate what I just did.
Yeah, okay. I'm not going to ask you.
You don't have to, because it's never the same.
It's guttural.
All right, we'll take a little break. Back in a second with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Happy Tuesday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson. And for today, we are going to be seeing the return of some wet weather. We're going to be seeing off and on showers along with a couple of thunderstorms through much of the day, and especially as we head into the late afternoon and evening hours. In terms of temperatures, they'll be cooler as a result, with highs actually below normal, only reaching the mid-80s. We'll keep it that way through Thursday, with rain chances slowly but surely letting up as we head to the end of the week and weekend. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at the Nickley Group. These are an elite group of realtors here in Central Florida that are here to do one thing and one thing only. If you are a buyer, find you the dream home that checks every single box that you need. And if you're a seller, to maximize the value of your biggest investment, which of course is your home. They can do both quite well. But when it comes to selling your home, they excel at that. They're very good, about 6% more than their competitors, and they sell their homes twice as fast as their competitors. And when you consider the volume we're talking about, that's pretty impressive. 4,500 plus homes sold here in Central Florida, 4,000 plus 5-star reviews. If you ask any realtor in Central Florida, they know the Nickley Group, and they know how effective they are as well. And when you throw in their VIP program, it almost gets unfair for other real estate groups. Free appraisals, free home warranties, free moving trucks and supplies. They even have an early access program that gets you into off-market properties before they hit the market. And if you don't want to deal with any of this, you simply want to move your house and move on, they have a guaranteed cash offer. You go right to their website, no showings, no open houses. That deal can close in just 14 days. It's the NickleyGroup.com. That's NICKLEY Group.com.
Delta helps you see the world. The Delta experience leaves you ready to take it on. Delta's dedicated crew is there to anticipate your every need, and the app puts you in total control at every step of your travel journey. Stay connected to what matters most with fast, free Delta Sync Wi-Fi. So flight time feels more like me time. With exclusive partnerships and SkyMiles rewards, every part of the Delta experience is designed to make the journey part of the joy of travel.
The Medal of Honor is the highest military decoration in the United States. recipients have done the improbable.
This medal is for the man who went down that day.
On Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage, you'll hear about these heroes and what their stories tell us about the nature of bravery. Listen to Medal of Honor on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Medal of Honor and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Show off your new smile with Solid Bite. The dentists at Solid Bite use the latest techniques and technology to give you the smile you've always dreamed of. Call Solid Bite in Melbourne now for an exclusive radio offer at 321-259-8000. Solid Bite, life-changing dentistry.
The NBC Nightly News.
From one era to the next.
I'm Tom Brokaw.
We hope to see you back here.
I'm Lester Holt.
Trust is the anchor.
For NBC Nightly News, I'm Tom Yamas.
A new chapter begins. NBC Nightly News with Tom Yamas. Evenings on NBC.
Fence Outlet customer Sarah shares.
We decided to go with Fence Outlet after receiving several referrals from our neighbors. They've been in business for over 30 years, so we trusted that they would do a great job, and they did.
Go to fenceoutlet.com to book your free estimate. License number C10252 and C10803.
Are you tired of your glasses or contact lenses? Maybe it's time for a change. For a limited time, the Filatowski Eye Institute is offering free LASIK exams and $500 off each eye. That's right, clear vision and up to $1,000 in savings, just in time for sunshine, road trips, and poolside selfies. Call now, 800-EYE-EXAM. That's 800-EYE-EXAM. Or visit them online at filatowskieye.com. Take that first step toward clear, confident vision before this offer ends. Call 800-EYE-EXAM. The Filatowski Eye Institute. Trusted, local, life-changing.
Tight on cash? Say less. McDonald's under $4 McValue menu comes through. Indulging your sweet tooth or craving something savory? Tired of the same old, same old? Pick from your favorites like a creamy vanilla cone for $1.50 or a small frappe like rich caramel or chocolatey mocha for just $3.50. Quick snack breaks to late night cravings and everything in between. Mickey D's comes through. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
It doesn't matter where in the world you are, when you eat McDonald's fries, you're home. Day or night, rain, shine, good day or bad, there's something about golden, crispy, medium fries that feels like everything is going to be okay. And now I can get them for free when I spend $1 on any order in the McDonald's app. A deal so good, might as well pair with a classic Quarter Pounder with cheese or the iconic Big Mac. Get a little taste of home with Mickey D's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid through 7/31/25 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a week. Must opt into rewards. Excludes tax.
The official drink of summer is here. Eye Candy Energy Drink. 3 delicious flavors: original, sugar-free, and sugar-free cotton candy. Taste the sweet life at iCandyEnergyDrink.com.
iHeartRadio just gave driving an upgrade with Presets, now on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Your go-to stations, podcasts, and playlists all just a tap away on your dash. Start your engine, hit play, and drive happy. Free with iHeartRadio on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto.
You're great at protecting your personal information. You might even use things like two-factor authentication and strong passwords. But as much as you try to control how your info's protected, there are other places that also have it, and they may not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save 40% your first year with my name Clay as the promo code at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
And we're back to the Jim Colbert Show.
What it do, Colbert crew?
There he is.
You know who?
Give me one.
Your favorite tea back in Rockledge. And today we raise a beer to National Repeat Day. What it do, Colbert crew? You know who? Your favorite tea back in Rockledge. And today we raise a beer to National Repeat Day. Have a good show, y'all.
Oh, I thought he was going to do it again.
How many cans of beer was he going to open?
Yeah. That'll just give him more of a reason to drink them.
I got one, and this one's a thinker, so we got to play
All right,
it.
here we go.
Mr. Jim Evil, I hear. Every day, I told you this before, every time you wake up, just say what the day after tomorrow is, and the whole week goes by faster. Today's Tuesday, day after tomorrow's Thursday. When you wake up tomorrow, say the day after tomorrow's Friday. Then you got the weekend again. It works every time. Just say it to yourself.
I don't want that to work on me.
I think it would.
I don't want it to work on me because it feels too rudimentary. I'm not going to do it just for the sole purpose of having it not work.
Legit, what he just said is one of my favorite life treats on talking to people, meeting people, interacting. It's my favorite thing coming here Tuesdays and Thursdays now is learning little super specific to yourself things that may only work for you. It may work for a handful of people,
That's
but you
great.
swear by it.
Yeah.
I love those little life hacks.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
I have one.
Feed me.
When I have trouble falling asleep,
Okay.
I blink my eyes and force them to feel heavy, like from sleep. So I make it so I struggle to open my eyelids, and within seconds, it's like my eyes have tricked my brain into thinking I'm so tired I can't stay awake.
Really?
Yeah.
You make your eyelids do crunches?
Yeah.
she does.
It's the only part of me that exercises.
She does eye squats.
It's the only time I ever do any kind of
Oh,
crunches.
yeah, they're
So wait.
ripped. Look at them. They're all ripped.
Oh, yeah, it's a six-pack on both eyelid right there. It's a little weird, but I like it.
All right, welcome back. I'm Jim, Deb, and Jack, and Ross all here as well. Yeah, I don't know that.
So, real fast, you basically, was that accurate? Eye squats?
Kind of. So what I'll do is I'll pretend like I'm opening my eyes like I heard something, but then it's like, oh, my eyelids are so heavy. I'm so tired.
You're hypnotizing yourself. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, I can't keep my eyelids
I think
open.
she's hypnotizing me.
Yeah. You are literally hypnotizing yourself. I'm serious. That's exactly what it is.
Well, it works.
For me, it's going through a process of something. Like if I can't sleep, I will. God, this is going to sound like the gayest thing of all time, but I'll tell you, I don't even care
Jack
one bit.
Market.
Is it the mags?
No.
I saw the mags.
I take myself. I take myself through the process of getting ready to play golf. In other words, I go, okay, I've got to get up and get a shower. All right, out of the shower. What am I going to wear today? Oh, yeah, that shirt looks good. I haven't worn that in a while. These shorts fit perfectly. I'll wear that.
But my eye crunches are weird.
I didn't say it was weird. I'm just saying.
Okay, so keep going. So what do you do next?
Drive it to the course. Got to go by Starbucks, get some coffee, of course. And I'm doing this with my eye closed. But what's happening is, as I talk myself through the process, I just pass out.
Really?
Yeah,
I never
make it to the first tee. I literally never make it to the first tee. Like I've probably driven into 15,000 people on one of the golf course because I just pass out while I'm driving.
You have dirty golf talk?
I don't have dirty golf talk. I'm just saying. I just say these things to myself in my head.
And then you go to sleep.
Then I pass out. Seriously, and it could be anything. I mean, it could be going to play golf. It could be, getting ready to do the show. It's just a process. I go through the steps of what I would do to prepare for that, and then in that moment, I fall asleep.
By all means, I absorbed what you threw down. I just wasn't expecting the octave drop in this impersonation.
And then I put on my shorts.
I'm trying to break it down
to the underwear.
To sleep time. Yeah, free balling it today.
Oh, wow.
Foot joist.
Do you feel that air? Feel that air. Wow.
Uh-oh, socks don't match.
Oh, pitching wedge.
Yeah.
Where's my wood?
Switch balls, too. No longer play Pro Vs. Done with that. Too expensive.
Really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Oh, wait. He just fell asleep.
Oh, yeah. See how good it is?
Wake up.
Take that, evil eye.
Yeah.
Take that.
The first one that jumps to my mind is whenever I brush my teeth, my left hand just overachieves.
Oh, you feel like you got to be doing something with your left hand because your right's
You
doing
won't
so much?
catch me just brushing teeth in front of a mirror, Deb. My left hand goes, I start putting stuff away. I'll wash a sink. I'll do my best to one hand flip, left hand make a bed.
Are you trying to convince yourself that you're ambidextrous while you're doing this?
It's not even that. I'm like, well,
it's wasted time.
Yeah,
Super
what is
productive.
this thing? This thing's not doing anything. Well, let's make do.
Yeah.
Put you to work.
Jack, you got?
Yeah, no. When I brush my teeth, I'm using the other hand to lean and hold myself
Yeah, that's
up.
exactly what I'm doing.
What?
Exactly. I'm propping my fat up like an old seal.
Just wait another 20 years, you'll be propping yourself up too.
Like you see those big seals in San Francisco, they just lean up against a boat. That's me with my arm.
Like, I get it. Getting older is, it's a thing, and I look forward to finding all of the fun details. I just wasn't expecting brushing teeth to knock you out.
Yeah. You know what, buddy?
I'm sorry.
Don't knock the lean.
Yeah.
Here's the deal, because we built this mother-in-law suite for my mom when she lived with us. That's what you call it, but we put in those handrails, right? So there's one next to the toilet, one in the shower. I love those things.
I bet you just
What are they? What?
Handrails.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like you go, you can do anything more quickly if you're able to steady yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like just standing there. Oh, I'm just holding on.
He just hangs on to
I'm
that
holding
rail.
on to life.
Yeah.
Just lets it go everywhere.
I got to admit a little something to you guys today, and to you specifically, Deborah. And I apologize for this, by the way.
Oh, boy.
But I ate some garlic-infused smoked sausage today, and I'm burping it up. And it is like a post-appetizer that I'm getting for lunch right now.
And the reason you're apologizing to Deborah specifically is
because I'm going to be blowing in her face any moment now.
And we sit in separate rooms.
Yeah, we're in separate rooms.
You and Deb right next to each other.
Incoming.
Yeah, just like the front of your parents' station wagon.
Oh, yeah. This is so bad.
I don't know why, but what makes it worse for me is the word infused.
You and me both.
Garlic-infused smoked sausage. Not a big fan of smoked sausage anyway, but this one was extraordinarily smoked.
Infused.
Yeah,
Who made
yeah.
your lunch an alchemist?
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Yes?
I'm going to go light a cigarette and get some clear, fresh air.
All right, very nice. Also, hey, the Orlando Weekly Best of Orlando is out right now. We're up for Best Radio Show, and I'm sure the station's up with a bunch of that. We're up for it. Russ and those guys are up for it with the Monsters. News Junkies up there. And our friend Sarah from Feisty Trivia is also up for Best Trivia Night.
Cool.
Nice.
She'll be coming in here soon. She's had a bunch of, she's supposed to be coming in and doing Feisty Fridays, but she's had a bunch of travel stuff and other things happen. So she'll be in, and I believe next week on Friday, to do Feisty Trivia. But, yeah, that's out. So go to Orlando Weekly and vote for all the good stuff for Real Radio 104.1.
Pretty please.
Pretty please.
Dig it.
Are you up there for Comedian of the Year again?
Dude, I have no idea.
Oh, you got to check it, dude.
I'm going to check right now.
All right, back
this
in a
could
sec.
get real awkward.
Back in a second, what'd you do that's new?
It's never been easier to listen to Real Radio 104.1 wherever you go. Make us your number one preset on our free iHeartRadio app.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
All lanes are blocked on the Beach Line westbound before Greenway Main Toll Plaza. There's a crash getting cleared up on I-4 westbound before Lake Mary Boulevard. The traffic lights are working incorrectly on World Center Drive near Continental Gateway Drive. The roadways are getting busy. Expect some rainy conditions, slippery roadways, reduced visibility. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Florida.
Man, Tools Ace Hardware now carrying Steel zero-turn mower. Steel already recognized as one of the top brands in outdoor power equipment. Now, these guys are offering the best in zero-turn mowers. We're talking from homeowner professional. Steel has the perfect zero-turn mower for your landscaping needs. Plus, you can get 1 or 0% financing and instant rebates on select Steel mowers. And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware has trained techs in their stores ready to service and repair your Steel equipment. Steel zero-turn mowers are available at all 11 Tools Ace Hardware locations that sell Steel outdoor power equipment. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
Do you love your kids? Send them to Crush Yard Summer Camp, where every day is packed with pickleball, ping pong, arcade games, crafts, cornhole, and more. It's active, creative, and tons of fun. Plus, lunch is included. More than just a camp, it's a summer full of new friends, confidence building, and unforgettable memories. With flexible scheduling and affordable pricing, it's easy to plan your summer your way. Spots are filling fast. Sign up now at crushyard.com/camps.
What's up, fellas? Russ Rollins here. Get real testosterone prescribed by the doctors at Red Mountain Weight Loss. More men are suffering from low T than ever, thanks to stress, poor diet, and lifestyle. This is a serious health issue, but I tell you what, if you're feeling tired, you're feeling sluggish, you lose your mental focus all the time. If you're having trouble in the bedroom, you probably have low T. The solution is prescription strength testosterone, because nothing boosts testosterone like actual testosterone. Increasing your testosterone will give you more energy. I know. It'll help you build muscle mass. It'll help you sleep better. It improves your mental focus, and it'll boost your sex drive. It's a complete game changer. Testosterone also helps you lose and maintain your proper weight. So go to the trusted leader in health solutions for men and women, Red Mountain Weight Loss. Their experienced medical team has helped people optimize their hormones for over 30 years now, and now they can help you too. Book your free video consultation with a licensed doctor today. Have low T? Start for free this month only at Red Mountain. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
Accidents don't just happen between the hours of 9 to 5. That's why we make ourselves available to talk with you 24/7. For a Farah fight, day or night, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Orlando.
When it comes to restoring cars, Diego's got skills. And with Total Wireless in his corner, the whole world sees them. With the dual camera system on his new iPhone 13, he can take amazing car photos and post them on the fly with super fast 5G, and even turn this hobby into a full-time gig. His claim to fame? Claiming iPhone 13 with 5G on us. Get iPhone 13 with 5G on us when you switch to the Total 5G or 5G Plus Unlimited 3-month plan. Total Wireless, in your corner. For limited time while supplies last. Valid in store. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires port in and ID verification. Restrictions apply.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
The Medal of Honor is the highest military decoration in the United States. Recipients have done the improbable.
This medal is for the men who went down that day.
On Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage, you'll hear about these heroes and what their stories tell us about the nature of bravery. Listen to Medal of Honor on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Medal of Honor and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, Jim and crew. This is Aaron from St. Cloud. How's everybody doing today?
Doing great.
So Back to the Future is going to be 40 years old, huh? Try this on for size. Jaws is going to be 50 years old on June 22nd of this year. Anyway, have a good day. Bye.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. There's Deb. Jack is here.
Yeah.
Orlando Weekly nominated Comedian of the Year, Ross Padgett, is here.
That would have been real weird, right?
Yeah, it would have been very weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won it 5 times. I want 6.
Very nice. OrlandoWeekly.com. Go and vote for all things Real Radio. Ross is up there. Our friend Sarah from Feisty Trivia is up there for trivia. Give her a vote as well. Doesn't cost you anything to do that, and the Weekly's kind of cool. We appreciate those guys. They help us out quite a bit. Let's do What'd You Do That's New.
What'd you do that's new? What'd you do that's new? Hey! If we only knew something new to do, we're relying on you. Tell us something new brought to you by Clausman Law.
That's right, Clausman Law, KLAUSMAN Offices, Winter Park, 407-917-1718. Car crash, call Clausman. Of course, we'll talk to Glenn on Thursday for Colbert Court. What'd you do that's new every Tuesday at 4 o'clock? One of the members of the show will have chosen something for the other members to watch, read, or listen to. We'll do that, and then come back and review that, then move on to the very next member which is Deb. But we'll go over mine real quick first, which was basically it was a 58-minute long video, and it was basically uncommon animal friends.
How much did Deb pay you to pick this?
No, she didn't, but I will tell you what's interesting. I've seen this last storyline on another video before.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The giraffe one was
With the
part
kudu?
Was the giraffe was the last one or no?
The giraffe and Charles and Camilla.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kudu, that's right. It's
The kudu.
like not an antelope, but it's kind of a plains deer of some sort.
He's gorgeous.
Yeah, he is really gorgeous. But it was a really unique video because I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I need something to watch that kind of isn't life.
Right.
if I'm being honest, like I didn't want to do anything that wasn't life. I needed something to force me to watch 58 minutes of something completely pure, and I thought this was a really good start. It was everything from a tiger and bear to cats and ducks. To a chupacabra, was it? No, not chupacabra, but along
with a Bigfoot,
a capybara, and
a capuchin and a marmoset.
Yeah, matter of fact, that case is so rare that the other scientists, not even knowingly, kind of referred to that case to the woman who was doing the documentary.
Wow, that was cool. I loved it for the cat and the ducklings.
Yeah.
Those videos are priceless.
But what surprised me with the ducklings was that they actually nursed from the cat.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, because they're not mammals. So how would they know to nurse? It's not even an instinct that a duck would have.
And they do have instincts to eat like that because they take their bills and they put it under the ground where water is, and they make this motion.
They filter.
The
yeah, but to actually nurse from a mammal was interesting, and it goes to show how powerful that bonding chemical is, oxytocin. Because if she hadn't have been a new mama cat, she would have just straight up killed those ducklings.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So that, and then I really enjoyed the orangutan and the dog.
Yeah.
Roscoe.
I like the polar bears and the huskies.
That was the most amazing one.
Yeah, because it's like you see a polar bear come up on you see nature documentaries about them chasing seals or sea lions and just looking for that meal. And man, these huskies are pretty much the same size. They're on chains, and these polar bears stroll in, and then they just play.
Which was amazing.
Did you see the size? Well, that thing was playing. I don't know if you paid attention to this.
The paw?
And we know how big polar bears are because we've heard. But if you go watch this video, and we have it up right now at JimColbertLive.com, and you go to the area where the polar bears are, I want you to look at the size of that bear's paw in comparison to a full-grown husky dog, and then think to yourself, zero chance of survival.
Oh, yeah.
The paw of this animal, Ross,
dinner plate,
was as big as the screen that you're looking into. It's giant. When I say dinner plate, it's bigger than it. It's a cookie sheet.
Thing takes out Luke Skywalker.
This bear reaches out and grabs this dog and just kind of pulls him into him to like kind of cuddle with him. And when he does, he reaches his paw over. His paw, he doesn't even put his arm over. It's just his paw covers the entire dog's body.
What? And I say this with all respect. What happened to you?
What do you mean what happened to me? What do you mean what happened to me?
I mean...
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Usually your What'd You Do That's New is that, like, you guys want to know about the super sick sinkhole that took 22 lives back in 1858?
I told you, dude, I'm sick of watching that stuff. I'm, like, burned out on it. That's why I did this.
So you went the opposite direction. You went real-life Disney.
Oh, yeah, I cleansed it. I cleansed it.
That's why this felt like a Deborah pick.
Yeah, I cleansed it. I couldn't do it.
Happy animal videos.
Yeah, I could not do it any more stuff like that. I needed a week off.
He's in detox.
So I could sit there and watch something.
That's all right. I'm going to assign Faces of Death.
That would completely wipe that clean, and I did. The other thing, too, you're right with the polar bears. This is the same animal that will walk 100 miles so that it can dig through 10 feet of ice for a 20-pound seal, and it's smacking these huskies around like it's like play toys.
It's like, yeah, they put them in a headlock. They play with the dog like you would play with a dog.
The bear puts the husky's head in its entire mouth and does nothing, just spits him out.
There it is.
No problem. And then the bear that's friends with the lion and the Bengal tiger.
Well, it's interesting, that case, they were rescued from a drug dealer's house.
Yeah.
Who had the lion, the tiger, and the bear as cubs. And then they haven't been able to separate those three, which would be mortal enemies in nature. But they can't help it.
Yeah.
They were raised together.
Jack has that polar bear up on right now at JimCobertLive.com.
Am I a bad person, though? If I saw a bunch of ducklings nursing on a cat, I would go, no, that's no.
You would try to stop them?
I would, I would interrupt it because
That's not God's plan.
Nope. No.
I would think I was having a flashback, like a shroom flashback or something. That's how insane that would look.
Like, I think I would intervene in at least that situation on my two, if I'm farming them, I would be like, swing and a miss there, ducks.
And I will tell you something else that's weird, too. There's one in here, and it's pretty innocuous. It's a dog and a deer. And what's unique about this one is the deer isn't contained. Like, it wasn't rescued and it grew up around the dog.
Right.
The deer did grow up around the dog a little bit, but the deer actually, after 2 weeks after being rescued, it was abandoned by its mom that was injured. The mom knew that she was going to not make it. So the fawn stayed with the family for like 2 weeks and then ran back out in the woods and then kept coming back to visit this dog. It's interesting because in my old property, we had deer come across there all the time, and they hate dogs. They hate dogs. Matter of fact, when my small dog would be outside and the deer would come around, we would immediately get her inside because they would stomp her to death.
Oh, my goodness.
They're aggro AF, dude. We've seen them get aggro on other baby animals like sandhill cranes and stuff. We've seen them get real aggressive toward them. So
real recognize real.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. the rhino thing.
Oh yeah,
so
what,
good.
What did the rhino fall in love with?
What was the rhino's?
What was it, a parrot or something?
Nope.
Was it a sheep?
It was a sheep. Yeah, because the baby rhino, I guess rhinos are very social. So
it needed a friend.
It needed a friend because they go through anxiety and they get these cortisol overdoses they can't.
Well, they have similar body shapes. Like if you look at a rhino silhouette and a sheep silhouette.
In a way.
He's just missing a horn.
Yeah.
It's a stretch, but okay, never mind.
Anyway, if you want to check it out, it's like 58 minutes, something like that.
58 minutes.
58 minutes, and it's very, very enlightening. It's very easy to consume. It's extremely good feeling. If you like the dodo or any of that stuff, you're going to like this.
This kind of makes me think, though, that like Noah's Ark actually was like, well, hold on.
Yeah, right.
Maybe they did get along.
Yeah. Back to skateboard wipeouts next week. But as of right now, that.
Even Noah would have been like, no, ducks, not on the cat.
Get away.
No, not there.
No, wrong one. Go. And by the way, the cat stole the ducks the minute they were hatched.
Yeah.
The people who, this is in Ireland, the people who own the ducks they had other animals. They wanted to add ducks to their collection of animals on their small farm. So they got eggs that had been fertilized. And the instant they hatched, they were disappeared. The cat grabbed the damn things and took them up to his den there or whatever.
His lair.
All right, this is going real cute to like, this is a weird ass cat.
It is a weird ass cat.
This weird ass cat straight stole little baby ducks and then nursed them.
Yeah, the interesting thing, what Deb was saying though, is because the cat was pregnant with her own babies.
Yeah, she had just given birth, so she was flooded with oxytocin. So rather than go after the ducklings as prey, she saw them as babies.
And then what happened to her babies?
Oh, she nursed them too.
They died.
They all grew up. You get to see the kittens playing with the ducks after growing up in the whole 9 yards.
And then watching the ducks when they do grow up, following after this full-grown cat.
It's pretty funny.
So now all the ducks think like, yeah, dude, this cat was crazy in her 20s.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she was like a club kid.
Yeah.
People asking what the name is. It's Animal Odd Couples. It's on YouTube, but again, we have the link directly at JimColbertLive.com. You look at the What'd You Do That's New 2025 Master List, and it's the most recent link.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of stuff up there you can click on and watch as well. Deb, what do you have for us next week?
We are going to watch a 45-minute documentary.
45 minutes, okay.
The Hidden Language of Trees, How Forests Secretly Communicate.
All right, very nice. I love it.
Yeah.
Who made it? Is it like a Nat Geo thing?
It's it's not Nat Geo.
Okay.
I don't know who made this one, actually.
All right, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll have it up at JimColbertLive.com, and we'll come back and talk about that next week.
It's more zen for you, Jimmy.
Very nice.
You're
All right.
still in detox.
So I want to take a little break and come back and talk about a movie-making thing that I think Ross is going to trip out on. I actually specifically pulled this for you, a little bit of movie info on a movie that I know we're all excited to see. I'll tell you what that is next.
What you do that's new, brought to you by Glenn Klausman, KLAUSMANLAW.com. Proudly sponsored since day one by Glenn Klausman, KlausmanLaw.com.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you'll need.
All lanes are blocked on US 27 northbound before Ernie Caldwell Boulevard. There's a crash blocking all lanes on the Beach Line westbound before Greenway Main Toll Plaza. A crash is getting cleared up on Kirkman Road northbound at Major Boulevard. The right lane's blocked there. The roadways are getting busy this afternoon, so travel with caution. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Starbucks.
The Starbucks Summer Berry Refresher is officially back. Bold notes of raspberry, blueberry, and blackberry shaken with ice and poured over raspberry-flavored pearls. Try it with lemonade or coconut milk. Available for a limited time. Your Summer Berry Refresher is ready at Starbucks.
Of course, fun in the sun is one of the first things you think about when living in Florida, but there is a price to living in paradise, and it's called the Atlantic hurricane season. No worries, though, because new windows and doors from Renewal by Andersen can help protect your home. Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim Impact windows and doors are engineered to withstand high-velocity impacts, meaning these windows and doors, they're going to provide enhanced protection against flying debris during storms, keeping your home safe and secure. Here's what Dawn has to say. 6 stars. We are so surprised at how beautiful our new picture windows and still front door turned out to be. Renewal by Andersen's 30th anniversary sale is going on now. Buy one, get one, 30% off windows or patio doors plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. Call Renewal by Andersen today for your free design consultation. It's simple. Dial pound 250 from your cell phone. That's pound 250. Say the keyword best windows and be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
This September, our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One is coming back to Las Vegas.
And you can win your way to be there.
Streaming live only on Hulu. Tickets go on sale June 13th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific through AXS.com. But starting June 11th at 1 p.m. Eastern, Capital One cardholders get first access to tickets and other exclusive offers for 48 hours only. Or while pre-sale tickets last. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One for more pre-sale details. What's in your wallet? Keep listening for the next chance to win your way to our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Presented by Capital One.
Hey, everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Eustis Roofing. They'll be in with us tomorrow to talk about prepping yourself for the hurricane season or just a storm season for that matter when it comes to your roof. These guys are awesome, and if you need a new roof or you are considering a new roof, I strongly suggest these guys. Here's why. You're not going to find many roofing companies, if any, in Central Florida that have been around since 1959, been in business since 65 years, but these guys have. Matter of fact, in 2021, they were the National Roofing Company of the Year. 1,000 reviews, 4.9 is their average Google rating. And the reason why is these guys not only are the best at this, they run the cleanest site out there. They also have no interest financing, and they serve all of Central Florida. Plus, they are metal roofing experts, which means they manufacture that right on site so it fits your home perfectly. And they may be able to satisfy your insurance carrier by cleaning or rejuvenating your roof, adding years to it. What you have to do is get these guys on your property for that free estimate. It's EustisRoofing.com. That's right. Contact your trusted roofing advisor at EustisRoofing.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgagguydon.com.
With that mortgageguyDon.com.
The NBC Nightly News.
From one era to the next.
I'm Tom Brokaw.
We hope to see you back here.
I'm Lester Holt.
Trust is the anchor.
For NBC Nightly News, I'm Tom Yamas.
A new chapter begins. NBC Nightly News with Tom Yamas. Evenings on NBC.
Don't miss TK Law. Trendley Kramer Law calls every Wednesday at 8:35 on the Monsters in the Morning. Ray Trendley and the Monsters will be discussing all things law, from the latest celebrity legal troubles to what's going on out there.
What's up, fellas? Russ Rollins here. Get real testosterone prescribed by the doctors at Red Mountain Weight Loss. More men are suffering from low T than ever, thanks to stress, poor diet, and lifestyle. This is a serious health issue, but I tell you what, if you're feeling tired, you're feeling sluggish, you lose your mental focus all the time, if you're having trouble in the bedroom, you probably have low T. The solution is prescription strength testosterone, because nothing boosts testosterone like actual testosterone. Increasing your testosterone will give you more energy. I know. It'll help you build muscle mass. It'll help you sleep better. It improves your mental focus, and it'll boost your sex drive. It's a complete game changer. Testosterone also helps you lose and maintain your proper weight. So go to the trusted leader in health solutions for men and women, Red Mountain Weight Loss. Their experienced medical team has helped people optimize their hormones for over 30 years now, and now they can help you too. Book your free video consultation with a licensed doctor today. Have low T? Start for free this month only at Red Mountain. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
At Racetrack, you'll find everything you need to get through the day ahead.
The morning hits hard when you get up early. You're obviously tired and looking surly.
Grab some made-in-store breakfast, freshly ground coffee, ice-cold drinks, delicious hot food, and snacks all in one stop.
The day is long and can feel like a grind, but you'll get fully stocked and everything will be fine.
Racetrack is here to keep you going.
An all-day haul to get you.
Racetrack, whatever gets you going.
Longer days mean one extra hour of fetch. Are you making the most of time outdoors? With Invisible Fence brand, you can. Our professional installation and training take the hassle out of keeping your pet safe, so you spend more time enjoying your pet. Make the most out of the season with Invisible Fence brand. Save $150 with code radio150 at invisiblefence.com/radio. That's invisiblefence.com/radio.
You're great at protecting your personal information. You might even use things like two-factor authentication and strong passwords. But as much as you try to control how your info's protected, there are other places that also have it, and they may not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save 40% your first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now, reeswindows.com.
Tuesdays just got Mo better with Ross Padgett. Presented by JustCallMo.com. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, Jimmy and Colbert crew, and the good sauce is there too. That makes Tuesdays now not the ugly sister of Monday, okay? My father's been passed away for 10 years now. My older sister normally goes out on his birthday early in the morning with a cup of coffee and a Hershey candy bar, and she sits and shares coffee and the candy bar with Dad. So there's that.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
but
cool.
she's getting all the calories, just so you know.
He gets the wrapper. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here.
He
and
is.
So is Sauce Daddy.
I'm excited for this topic, Jim.
Yeah, man. So do you have any idea what movie I'm talking about?
I would think Superman.
No, not Superman at all, actually.
I mean, it's, man, that entire genre rides on that movie.
It's oh yeah, well, I mean, it doesn't matter. They haven't made a good one of those in forever. Superman's the worst.
But this is the first one with James Gunn, and he's got a pretty good track record.
All right,
Stop the nerd in me.
We'll see how it goes. Who's the bad guy?
Can't be stopped.
I don't even know if that's officially announced.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is.
Got to be a
but-
good bad guy. Without a good bad guy, you have no good superhero movie. Sorry, it doesn't work like that. And Superman, you know what makes him so difficult to contain into a good movie is like he can defeat everybody. Like there's only one thing that kind of brings him down, and it's kryptonite. You kind of know that's coming. You know how they're going to deliver it this time. So I don't think he's a compelling hero at all. Actually,
I'm actually not a hater of Man of Steel. When Kevin Costner's the dad.
Yeah.
The first one of the last Superman.
Sure, yeah.
That was The only thing I'll say about that was a good movie. Don't know if it was the best Superman movie.
Right. You know, I got to tell you, there are a number of entities where they've tried to make a good movie. They have an established character, and they really haven't been able to do that yet. One of them, for me, is Superman. I mean, unless you go back to the original version with Christopher Reeve back in the 70s.
See, I love that.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, that was awesome because you were really kind of being
introduced.
Yeah, to the whole idea. And by the way, that movie, when they pulled off the flying scene, have you heard the story yet?
What about witchcraft?
When they made Christopher Reeve fly in that first movie for that first scene where he takes off and kind of flies out, and then he does the thing up and it freezes on his Superman. When they accomplished that, the crew all started crying because it was so difficult and so hard to put together that it took them so much time to get it right. When they got it right, it was overwhelmingly emotional for them. That's what I read.
That's cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Movie making's the best.
Okay.
So what do you got?
Superman. They haven't made a good Incredible Hulk yet. That's an established character that should be able to have a good movie. They haven't done it yet, and they haven't made a good King Kong movie either.
So
Godzilla's been a little shaky. I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh, you need to see -1.
I haven't seen -1 yet.
Godzilla -1 is the best.
Is it good?
The best. It's not even close.
Yeah. The one with Matthew Broderick was a joke. It was so terrible.
Yeah, and oh man, you just threw down another. What was another accusation you just glossed over?
Yes,
King Kong,
Incredible Hulk.
Incredible Hulk. So this is kind of a fun fact. I don't think there will ever be. There's like a weird contractual thing with the Hulk franchise that like a standalone Hulk movie just will never happen through Marvel, and I think it's like another. I don't know. It's
they did one
lawyers
with
and all
Edward
of that.
Norton, right? I mean,
they did, but that was before like MCU and Marvel.
Got it. Yeah, got it. Okay, good.
And that's why Mark Ruffalo is he's always in the Avengers movies, but never has his own.
Right. So the movie I'm talking about right now, the one I kind of teased coming in, is a trilogy.
Lord of the Rings.
3 of them, and they've all been incredible, and they're telling a story. This will be the last iteration, I believe, of this trilogy because just of the nature of it. The guy who made this movie also makes other incredible movies. And the reason why this is interesting is how he shot it. I'm talking about that 28 Days Later.
Oh, my God, Danny Boyle.
The latest install, which is 28 years later, instead of 28 days, the whole 9 yards. It's an upcoming horror threequel, they're calling that, 28 years later. Is there's something really unique about it. And really, it should be inspiring to almost every filmmaker out there, really.
I'm going to say it was shot for $175,000.
Yeah, no, it has nothing to do with the budget.
It was shot entirely on an iPhone.
That's exactly it.
Let's ride.
Not the entire thing, but they had rigs set up where they shot a lot of this movie on iPhone 15s.
Whoa.
Is it a commercial for iPhone?
So, I don't know, but they have this rig, and they show this picture in this rig, and you can go to this, it's called theverge.com, Jack. It's on that website if you want to bring it up. And they show this rig that they're using, and the rig looks like a piece of metal, and it's got 20 iPhones connected to it, all shooting the same scene, I guess. I guess I don't even know why, though.
I believe you can grab all of that video and get one image out of it.
Is that what it is?
I believe so.
It says there's an incredible shot in the second half of the film where we use a 20-rig camera. And you'll know it when you see it. It says it's quite graphic, but it's a wonderful shot that uses this technique in a startling way, and it kicks you into a new world rather than you've ever seen it before.
So, I mean, hold your breath, filmmakers, independent with only, a couple bucks. You still need 20 of them.
Yeah. It says here, it's not the film's only unusual oh, God.
Jack, get it ready.
What? Cinematographic? Is that it? Cinematographic is a word?
Cinematography?
No, it says cinematographic choice. It was also shot in an especially wide 2.761 ratio, which is the equivalent of 70 millimeter film.
I love this franchise. It is my favorite horror movie of all time.
It's so good.
28 Days Later.
And it's one of the few that holds up from movie to movie. Both of them are absolutely timeless.
I'll still take days over weeks, but both of them are great. I agree. I am so excited for this movie. Oh, my goodness, it's here.
Yeah, partially shot on an iPhone. It says the camcorder's closest modern equivalent. When they shot 28 days later, they actually used a digital camcorder and some iPhones, I guess, and that not iPhones, because I don't even know if they were out at that point.
So you can see the rig right there.
Yeah. See it, Ross?
Oh, wow.
All right, so in that instance, no, they're probably not putting, now that I see the rig, they're probably going to do just like a
rotate around so you can see his face from different angles as he's running, right?
Yeah, and I look forward to everything that Alex Garland does. Hopefully he's the writer on it. But Danny Boyle is the man. Oh, I'm so excited. Yes, Jim, you were right. You got me excited.
Yeah. It looks really cool, and I'm super excited about this, the threequel, because the first two were great. I mean, 28 Days Later was like a masterpiece. That's how you make an intense movie.
And ladies, Deb, you get to see some Wang in 28 Days Later.
28 days or years?
Days.
Days? Where's the Wang?
Where's the Wang?
Where's the Wang in that? I can't remember.
I'm talking
zombie Wang or normal guy Wang?
Hollywood A-grade celebrity stuff.
Yeah.
Whoa! You say like normal guy, like zombies aren't people?
Yeah, no, zombies aren't people. So is it zombie Wang or non-zombie Wang?
Non-zombie Wang.
Really?
I'm talking Killian.
Show title.
I'm talking. I'm talking Killian Murphy.
He shows it full frontal.
It's one of the opening scenes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
In the new movie?
It was one of the first ones I ever saw. That's why I remember. I saw that, and it was I saw that movie in the theater.
You win. Whoa! Because the first one I ever saw was Harvey Keitel's. In the piano. This is the first movie dong I saw was Harvey Keitel's in the piano.
You never forget your first movie dong, right?
You never forget.
We're all comfortable enough to agree with that statement. Because mine was Life of Brian, but I was at home watching that with my brother, but when I was in the theater, saw 28 Days, and that Killian Murphy, and it's out of nowhere too. He's still in the coma. It's right when he first wakes up.
What's the most famous Wang shot in film? Is it Boogie Nights at the end?
Might be Boogie Nights.
Yeah. But that sucks, though, because that was a prosthetic, and that kind of takes away from the Wangness.
Totally doesn't count. Flag on the field.
Flag on the field for sure. Big flag.
Challenge.
Very girthy flag on the field.
Well,
Have you ever seen that, Deb? The last scene of Boogie Nights? Have you seen Boogie Nights?
I've seen Boogie Nights, but I don't remember that last scene.
Yeah, I think he's just kind of standing there, and they show a picture of his why he's so famous in the adult film industry, and now you obviously see why.
Exactly.
I mean, it looks uncomfortable.
I know the
modern day version would be Diddy's friend, the Punisher.
Yeah, he was the Punisher.
The Hangover. I would
Who
think
is
that's
that?
the prosthetic.
Yes.
Yeah, when he jumps out of the trunk, Kim.
Oh, that's right.
Kim Jong.
Yeah, the guy who's a doctor.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like a legit doctor.
Yep.
That was.
Did you said everybody around the world felt bad for his wife after they saw that?
Did you say Jung just because every person named Kim
is it Jong? Is it Jong?
It's Jong. Is it Joeng or something? Right.
All right, moving on.
Yeah.
Don't want to offend.
Jack, most famous dong for you?
Oh,
movie
wow.
dong.
That's.
Is it Harvey Keitel's for you too? I saw the piano.
I saw the piano. The first one, I don't remember what the first one was. I remember my first R-rated movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if the guy ever turned around. That's Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia.
Oh yeah, okay.
But I don't remember.
Was Richard Gere full frontal in American Gigolo back in the 70s? Because I think if not, he was pretty darn close.
Any Given Sunday.
Who was that one?
I don't know.
A locker room?
Your locker room, dude. And that one. That
one's gonna be
that one's scary.
Yeah, that one's gonna be terrifying.
It's coming right at me.
I know who's NFL locker rooms.
Yeah, it was an NFL locker room. And you know what's another thing? All of these moments, all of these Wang cinema events don't move the plot very much. The only one that I would really be like, yeah, that's important is Life of Brian, because it's funny and comedy.
Mm-hmm.
But all the other ones, oh my God, this is what women go through every movie.
Yeah, was that movie wasn't there a bunch of movie dong in that movie, The Full Monty?
Yes.
About the guys who did the fully nude Broadway show.
I don't remember if did they ever pay it off though. I know they had the lights on Broadway. They have the lights behind them,
right?
That kind of blind the audience.
Yeah,
so I don't know if you see it. I don't remember the movie.
Yeah, I want to say they did.
Yeah.
I can't think.
Some pretty unremarkable, memorable dong.
It's so funny.
Struggling to remember.
It's so funny that you can't. I mean, again, I can't even remember going back to the 70s and 80s. I'm trying to think of movies that would have been in there.
Now,
They're probably more liberal these days.
Now, you ready for the thing that I just felt? Now name the movies that have boobs in it.
Oh, my God, dude.
Porky's, Porky's 2, Porky's 3.
You see?
Come on, man.
Summer Break 1, 2, Summer Break.
Help out the seals.
Well, let's go fair. Full frontal for full frontal. I can't full. I can't think of too many. Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah, full frontal nudity for women? Oh, there's a whole bunch of that. But, you don't see, here's the thing with women's full...
Oh, my God. Homer Simpson just showed up.
And he thought he saw a donut.
What are you guys talking about?
Jack Ryan.
Oh,
yeah.
I was just Eyes Wide.
With like my family.
Oh,
no. I saw Brokeback with my mom. All right? I have seen some really...
all people.
I know.
All people to see Brokeback Mountain with.
How did that go down?
Oh, my God.
It was odd.
What was that ride home after the movie? What was that like? Oh, DVD.
We chose it. Out of, it wasn't a trip.
What did she think it was? Did she think it was something
like a
else?
cowboy movie, like a John Wayne movie?
Yeah.
Oh.
I like a good shoot 'em up.
But, props to my mom. She doesn't quit on anything.
Yeah.
She didn't quit on me. She didn't quit on Brokeback. We do not quit.
Did you look at her during the scenes, the whole "I can't quit you" scenes and the uncomfortable camping scenes?
That's when it becomes impossible to turn your neck. When something like that, and you're sitting next to your kid or parent, you're just like, I'm not looking at it. You're just pretending like they're not there.
No eye contact.
I have seen some. The weirdest one was seeing Kate Winslet Titanic for the first time.
Yeah.
Because that was like, it hit me hard.
Yeah, I saw, but you got to remember, I saw a bunch of boobs in movies before I was even like puberty, like 10, 11 years old. We would go to the drive-in with my uncle and see these movies like Help Out the Seals, which was basically a movie where they were doing a car wash that turned into a topless monster. And the whole thing was just to raise money to help out the seals. But the entire movie was just basically there to get chicks with boobs on screen. So there were a bunch of those. And these weird B movies that were specifically built for drive-ins.
No plot. They just filmed a charity event.
Yeah, it was just the plot was the whole movie was we're gonna do this car wash to raise money for this thing called Help Out the Seals.
Is this D-grade porn? This sounds like D-grade porn.
It's soft porn for sure. My uncle took me to soft porn at 12, and I sat beside him, and the only thing between us was a mosquito coil. And that's true.
A mosquito coil.
The only thing between us and that 1976 Ford was a mosquito coil right below the gear shift. And I stayed way on my side of the truck.
Yeah.
Way on my side.
And then there's just other cars watching this with you.
Yeah, just out there watching. I mean, windows down. We're saying, hey, how's it going?
What year?
Oh, God, this would have been probably 80.
Yeah,
1980, 81, something like that.
That's not happening in 2024.
No, there are no drive-thrus or drive-ins anymore, no.
That is
also Porky's was. I mean, buddy, you have no idea of the power of Porky's when you're a young kid in the 80s, when you're a teenager in the 80s. Porky's was. It might as well been like it was soft porn.
You know what sucks about being 35 in my relationship with that movie?
What?
Is I've only seen it on Comedy Central relentlessly.
Oh, cut, and it's all cut like crazy.
I've only seen it on TV. I've never seen the whole thing.
Yeah, there's a scene in that movie where there's a guy named Nick in the movie. Isn't this Porky's?
I think so.
Yeah, and he has it in a hot dog bun, and yeah,
and it's real.
Yeah, he's trying to serve it to somebody, and she goes to grab the hot dog, and it won't.
He just
it ain't coming.
moves forward.
Yeah.
Well, give it a minute.
Yeah. He ain't there. But let me ask you, Deborah, real quick. What was that for you? Was there a Porky's for like girls back in the 80s? Like dudes had all these like boob movies. Was there a movie for young girls that you guys were like Dirty Dancing? Something like that? Or would that mean that?
Never saw it.
You never saw Dirty Dancing?
I think Dirty Dancing, though, would be...
That's like softcore for girls, right?
I think so.
I mean, a lot of oh, yeah, Lost Boys.
Yeah. Lost Boys is the only one I could think of.
Yeah, a lot of shirtless dudes.
Vampires, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Kiefer.
Oh,
But
yeah.
both those stories had what do you call legitimate storylines?
Exactly. There was a plot, Jack.
Yeah.
There was a plot.
I'm over here bringing up Brokeback, picked up awards. Jim's like, I watched a car wash.
Someone said, Jimmy, your help out the seals is HOTS.
Yeah, HOTS. Yeah, that was.
yeah.
It was called. The movie was called HOTS.
Oh, an acronym. Look at that.
Yeah. And that's how they got you in there. They said HOTS. And you get in there, it's like, oh, we're helping out these seals, but we're going to do it to go away.
I still love that you still latched on to not the acronym there. Like, oh, there's a movie called Helping Out the Seals.
The hot dog trick people are texting in from Bachelor Party.
Oh, that's right.
That's it.
That's Tom Hanks' movie.
Yep.
That's a great movie,
It
by
is
the
a
way.
great movie. And let me tell you, there are some grade A boobs in that movie. A very young, well, I say very young, a young starlet named Tawny Katane was in that movie. And if you'll remember her, she's the girl from all the Whitesnake videos, sprawled out over that white Jaguar.
There was a movie, I'll tell you the most uncomfortable movie that I ever watched was one of ScarJo's first big films.
What?
I just looked it up. It came out 2005.
She gets naked a lot in movies, by the way. She does not have a problem getting nude in movies.
Way more earlier in her career. But it was the movie Match Point. Dog, Jim, Jack, hell, Deb, go on this journey with me.
All right, I'm there.
There's a cornfield scene.
Okay.
And it was the hottest thing at that moment that my eyes had ever consumed.
In a cornfield scene?
There's a love-making cornfield scene.
Okay.
It sent me to another dimension.
Did it really?
Match point.
My mom.
Is that 2 words or 1?
My mom is less than a foot away. And like, it's happening.
Yeah. Full.
Yeah.
Yeah, complete.
This wolf.
Suddenly you're looking for a pillow on the couch.
Right, yeah.
This wolf is not blowing down that house right now.
Right, yeah.
All right? 'Cause that piggy made it out of brick.
Yeah.
And I'm watching Match Point, and I'm like getting raw. Oh, man, that scene. I got to go, guys.
I got to check that out. I'm going to YouTube that during this break.
Match Point.
I'm going to be honest with you.
It's worth it.
You've already given me smoked sausage infused with garlic enough with your gifts today.
Deb, you would love Match Point.
I'm going to check it out. We're going to check it out during the break together. Let's hold hands. All right, 407-916-1041. Back in a sec.
Grab that hot dog.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s.
What I really want to know is...
Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey there, everybody. Meteorologist Noah Bergen here from Fox 35. It's going to be pretty gloomy tonight. Showers possible at any point. It's not going to rain the whole evening in any one spot. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, low 80s for highs, below average. There'll be showers and storms scattered about through the entire day. Again, it does not rain in any one spot the entire day, but when it does rain, there'll be some downpours around tomorrow for sure, maybe some lightning. Not really expecting severe weather for your Wednesday. Thursday will be much drier. Temperatures back into the high 80s.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Florida.
Hey guys, Jim Colbert here with my friends over at FAS Exteriors. These guys are awesome installing windows and doors right here in Orlando. In a couple of my homes, they did an excellent job. Their expert team of window and door installers made the entire project seamless from measurement all the way down to that final inspection. They've been doing it since 2005. No question, FAS has earned their spot as Orlando's top-rated window and door experts. Upgrade your home today with the team that delivers excellent. Simply visit FASWD.com, and as always, trust the leader in windows and doors.
Future health weight loss.
Ozempic, but better? It's called Zepbound and is now available from Future Health. Ozempic, but even better results. Go to futurehealth.com to get access to the best price on the market for Zepbound for only $3 a day. No insurance needed. Visit futurehealth.com. Future without the E to start losing weight this week.
Future health weight loss.
Data based on independent study sponsored by Future Health. Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion.
Hurricane season is here. Are you prepared? What about the power to your home? Do you know you could have a backup plan thanks to Solar Source? You connect with them at solarsource.com. We're talking about a battery backup. You can go solar. You can have a battery backup that stores the power. Then when the power goes out, when the rest of the neighborhood, you stay lit thanks to the power you have on battery from Solar Source. Whether it's solar PV system, or you want to heat your pool, or you want this battery backup system, the one name in solar you should remember is Solar Source. Connect with them at solarsource.com. They offer an industry-leading 25-year warranty, and they've been doing this for 40 years in our community with over 60,000 installs. Again, connect with them at solarsource.com. And when you talk to them, tell them Jack from Real Radio sent you.
Are you ready for the ultimate entertainment experience? It's all here, only with Spectrum TV Select. Popular apps are included: Disney Plus, Max, Peacock Premium, Paramount Plus, AMC Plus, and more. And live TV for sports, entertainment, and news. Enjoy across your devices no matter when or where you are. Get Spectrum TV Select and start streaming your favorites today. It's all here. Visit spectrum.com/entertainment. Restrictions apply.
Do you love your kids? Send them to Crush Yard Summer Camp, where every day is packed with pickleball, ping pong, arcade games, crafts, cornhole, and more. It's active, creative, and tons of fun. Plus, lunch is included. More than just a camp, it's a summer full of new friends, confidence building, and unforgettable memories. With flexible scheduling and affordable pricing, it's easy to plan your summer your way. Spots are filling fast. Sign up now at crushyard.com/camps.
Are you tired of your glasses or contact lenses? Maybe it's time for a change. For a limited time, the Filatowski Eye Institute is offering free LASIK exams and $500 off each eye. That's right, clear vision and up to $1,000 in savings, just in time for sunshine, road trips, and poolside selfies. Call now, 800-EYE-EXAM. That's 800-EYE-EXAM. Or visit them online at filatowskieye.com. Take that first step toward clear, confident vision before this offer ends. Call 800-EYE-EXAM. The Filatowski Eye Institute. Trusted, local, life-changing.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Hey there, my sink is leaking water. I need help right now.
We're having a company-wide staring contest. Do you want to play?
But what about my sink?
Okay, me versus you.
No.
Ready, go.
No, I'm not playing. And you know what? I should have called Frank Gay.
Oh, I almost blinked.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When it comes to plumbing problems, you want a helpful operator to guide you and an honest and reliable plumber to provide customized solutions for your home.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Here in Orlando, we know life doesn't slow down for anything, especially a broken garage door. Since 2002, Precision Garage Door has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Local and reliable, that's what makes us different. Our vans are fully stocked, so when you call, our fully vetted techs are ready to provide you with same-day service. Whether it's a stuck door or a snap spring, Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando has you covered right when you need it the most. We know a broken garage door can't wait, which is why we're always prepared to help by keeping our vans fully stocked. Call Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando today to schedule your repair. Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
New Year's resolution is to sell your home? Get a guaranteed cash offer today at thenicklygroup.com.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Hey guys, Ross, I'm glad you're back on Tuesdays. I just wanted to do a public service announcement real quick. 528 westbound has a car accident that's got all lanes shut down. I'm on 528 eastbound and wondering why all you idiots need to slow down to look at a car accident. It's like you've never seen one before. Why is rubbernecking the national pastime of Florida? Anyway, thank you. Love you guys.
I love it.
get it off your chest.
Yes. Ross, I think you're wrong about the Incredible Hulk not being part of the MCU because Robert Downey Jr. did appear as Tony Stark in that movie talking to, what's his name, General whatever. Also, in the latest movie, Brave New World, there was a Red Hulk, and I think there is planned to be a Planet Hulk movie at some point.
All right. You got scorched, dude.
Oh.
You got told.
Yeah, you got worked
roasted.
over.
You got roasted.
Let me fight fire then with a nuke, all right?
Oh.
Because he is correct. I did misspeak. The Incredible Hulk, yes, that is in the MCU. When Robert...
Are you nuking yourself?
Okay, hold on. RDJ comes out at the end. However, the reason why Marvel hasn't made a single Hulk film is because they don't own the movie distribution rights to any solo Hulk film. Universal Pictures own that. So if Disney were to make a Hulk film, Universal would cash in.
Yeah.
How weird it boils down to distribution rights that Universal has. Disney owns the right to the character in movies, but not the distribution of the character.
And doesn't that come into play with the roller coasters on Universal properties as well, or something like that? Because the Hulk and Spider-Man there, and they're not part of the... Isn't there kind of some kind of weird thing there, or no?
So to my knowledge, and man, I'm sure the theme park people will come at me if I say anything wrong here, but they signed a contract that was essentially for a very long time. And then when...
Just like a lease or something like that?
And then when Disney bought Marvel, the part of the deal was that you can't really do too much facelifts or upgrades to your Marvel land. So what Universal, I believe what they did was just right before that deal hit, that ink dried, they put a bunch of money into it, and now it's kind of there the way it is until they move on.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, I know there was some interesting kind of the way when Disney bought them, it kind of got really weird in a couple of places. Basically, they're saying you can't do anything to it, but you could use it now to make something, but it has to stay kind of true to the OG image and all the other stuff.
Yes, you can comic books. You cannot change what you're doing. You're not going to get any of the MCU movies.
Got it. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. I'm Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Yeah.
Of course, Ross is back. He's on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so spread the word that our man is back in town for a little while.
I like tea days.
I like that too. I like tea days as well. I don't know from generation to generation how this kind of worked in schools. Ross, when you were in high school down in Naples, did you take driver's ed?
No,
you did not.
It was offered.
It was
I didn't
offered.
Get in.
So it was an elective at that point.
Yeah.
Wow.
Was it elective for you or was it mandatory for you?
I believe I remember it being mandatory because there was no other way to take classes.
Jack, was it mandatory or elective for you?
I believe it was mandatory.
So for us, I think it changed while I was in high school from being mandatory to being an elective. And one of the reasons why I remember driver's ed was so important in high school is insurance.
Yeah.
Like if you got that certificate from your high school for your learner's permit, that I think it kind of gave your parents an insurance break of some sort, if I remember right. So that's why parents really
$200.
Was it?
I think so. That's the number I remember.
Somebody pushed that.
That's a lot of money back then.
Oh my God, man! In the 80s, it was like
Even
$600 now. Yeah, but I guess that they're bringing it back. Florida Virtual School, the state's largest driver's education provider, is offering the required course for free to help teens develop safe driving habits. And you can't not imagine that this is in reaction to some of the stuff that we've been seeing on the roads in Florida up and down, man. I mean, we've had so many of these cases where, kids are behind the wheel taking their mom and dad's car for a joyride, causing killing people, speeding, racing, the whole 9 yards.
One of the deaths we had earlier this year at Lake Nona High School was two students that were racing each other down the street, and both ended up hitting trees and bursting into flames.
Well, now in Tallahassee, that's Lee County, Florida, starting July 1st, Florida teens all the way down the line will need to complete a driver's education before they can get their learner's permit.
Wow.
So this is mandatory, a significant change from previous requirements. This is a new law signed in by Governor DeSantis, mandates that anyone at least 15 years old must complete a driver's education course before getting their learner's permit. Previously, students only needed to complete the traffic law and substance abuse education course and then, do the written test, and then you got your learner's permit. Not anymore.
Nope.
This feels kind of like bittersweet news to me Because when you say something so close to objectively good for society is making a comeback, I'm like, well, what lobbyist won back in 2003 or something?
I know.
You know, like what? Why
would they have cut it?
Yeah.
Why would they not make it mandatory? Yeah, it says the NHTSA, which is the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration, reports that the research shows that the risk of deadly crashes increases with the number of teens in the car, of course, highlighting the importance of proper driver training, of course, because if one teen is dumb, 4 of them is really dumb.
Well, and we're in literally what they call the 100 deadliest days.
Right, yeah.
So
some are
once-
just letting out,
Yeah,
school just letting out.
let out, and then between now and like Labor Day weekend, it's the deadliest days for teen drivers because just like what you said, Jimmy, you may be able to count on your 16-year-old to be responsible when they're the only ones in the car, but then you add in the radio, the music, conversation, social media, videos, and then it becomes a completely different situation.
Yeah. It says it's not a graduation requirement. Many Florida high schools do offer the course, although they don't always have enough space for every student. For students who can't take the course at their high school, Florida Virtual School is offering it for nothing, for free. And they currently have more than 55,000 students enrolled in that program, making it the largest driver's education provider in the state. So if you're out there and your kids are approaching that age, you certainly want to make sure that they are kind of tuned into this and maybe get online and see if you can get your kid in one of those virtual school classes.
And they said they don't even take you on a drive anymore. It's just a virtual drive.
Yeah. Crazy.
How does that teach you anything?
Get a simulated crash into a wall. That's going to help.
Digital crash.
I failed my first driving test.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
Me too.
I said he said I put the blinker on too soon.
Are you kidding for that?
Yep.
Oh, man, not for me. I was driving backwards. I turned around and I'm still rolling backwards. You know that part where you have to back up at a certain speed? Well, while I was still rolling backwards, because at this time I was driving out of my property.
Right.
It's like 10 years old. I was driving my mom's truck all the time.
Palaca City law.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But I was already doing like donuts and burnouts and stuff. So when I was going backwards, she goes, okay, go backwards 10 miles an hour and then come to a stop. And as I was still rolling backwards, I was applying my brakes and then she rung me up for it when I got done.
Wow.
And I drove myself to the test with no driver's license.
Palaca
How'd
City
that go?
law.
And Putnam County is interesting because it's a small county, but it has the city police, county police, and a state troopers office all in the one county. So there are so many cops in Putnam County.
There's not many times I can hear one singular story and know that someone will be single for the rest of their lives. Deb's driving instructor, that's a single individual.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. You put your blinker on too early.
Yeah.
What a
I'm
narc.
frustrated.
Yeah, wow. You were going through something in your own life.
I did a California stop, and that's what he called it.
Oh, yeah.
A rolling stop or
Yep,
whatever.
rolling through the stop sign.
Hey, that's my sober.
Did you pass on the first try?
Yes, I did.
Of all people to pass on the first try. 3 responsible adults in Ross.
What does that mean?
Brother, it's
of all people.
every day of my life. Every day of my life.
But you know what I saw this weekend?
He's the best driver of all of us, though.
Ross's old car.
Where?
Handy John drives it now.
Oh, my God.
I went to the soccer match with. It looks fantastic.
Are you serious?
Really?
He took the scurvy out.
Cleaned it up. It looks. You could get in it now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Without a tetanus shot.
Wow.
Whoa.
Still rolling, dude.
It's still rocking, still ripping and roaring. I gave him that car as essentially, I don't want to just call it a tip, but
Trade?
A trade, but more of a tip. It was a surprise. He didn't know this was part of the deal.
Hey, you're
But
getting my old car?
Yeah.
He basically helped build our nursery.
Oh, awesome. That's
for
nice.
Baby Miles.
Yeah,
Yep.
very nice.
So
That was sweet of him.
I gave him a car with scurvy. And he took that bad boy out.
And that's one of those gifts you're like, hey, I got something free for you. And you look at it, you're like, you just want me to take this away, right? That's what you want? Yeah, that's exactly right.
Well, we talked about it. It was somewhat agreed. Whatever.
All right, back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Download the all-new iHeartRadio app. Make Real Radio 104.1 #1 on your presets, and you could win free stuff at upcoming events.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Keep an eye out for emergency crews on the roadways on I-4 eastbound and westbound at Dirksen Drive. There's a crash getting cleared up on US 27 northbound before Ernie Caldwell Boulevard. All lanes are blocked on the Beach Line westbound before Greenway Main Toll Plaza. The roadways are getting busy, so travel with caution. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected when it matters most. Be prepared with Rapid Radio's walkie-talkies. With instant push-to-talk and LTE nationwide coverage, you can reach family and friends in any emergency. 100% private, no contracts, no hassle.
Stay safe. Order now at rapidradios.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with that mortgageguy.com.
Save time and money with the aluminum fence in the box from Fence Outlet. It comes with everything you need for an average backyard of 120 feet, starting at $27.35. Go to fenceoutlet.com today for more information. License number C10252 and C10803.
Go ahead, compare that quote, because it's so easy to do that with that mortgage guy, Don. And if you already have a quote and maybe you're wondering, if it's any good, a recent study found that less than 20% of us compare that first mortgage quote that we get. But you don't want to be a slacker. You want peace of mind. And all you have to do is go to the website, hit that button that says compare, and upload your quote. That's it. That mortgage guy, Don, is going to tell you if it's any good. And you can get a quote with no hard credit inquiry. It truly is peace of mind right there at your fingertips. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguy.com.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Get your carpets and tile clean without sticky, soapy, chemical residue left behind. Zero Res cleans the right way at the right price. $49 per room plus 20% off upholstery and area rugs. Visit OrlandoZeroRes.com. Zero Res, spelled forwards or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Show off your new smile with Solid Bite. The dentists at Solid Bite use the latest techniques and technology to give you the smile you've always dreamed of. Call Solid Bite in Melbourne now for an exclusive radio offer at 321-259-8000. Solid Bite, life-changing dentistry.
Don't miss TK Law. Trendley Kramer Law calls every Monday at 6:20 on The Jim Colbert Show. Ray Trendley and the Colbert crew will be discussing all things law and not law on a variety of topics, from the latest legal news to the best new movies.
What's up, fellas? Russ Rollins here. Get real testosterone prescribed by the doctors at Red Mountain Weight Loss. More men are suffering from low T than ever, thanks to stress, poor diet, and lifestyle. This is a serious health issue, but I tell you what, if you're feeling tired, you're feeling sluggish, you lose your mental focus all the time, if you're having trouble in the bedroom, you probably have low T. The solution is prescription strength testosterone, because nothing boosts testosterone like actual testosterone. Increasing your testosterone will give you more energy. I know. It'll help you build muscle mass. It'll help you sleep better. It improves your mental focus, and it'll boost your sex drive. It's a complete game changer. Testosterone also helps you lose and maintain your proper weight. So go to the trusted leader in health solutions for men and women, Red Mountain Weight Loss. Their experienced medical team has helped people optimize their hormones for over 30 years now, and now they can help you too. Book your free video consultation with a licensed doctor today. Have low T? Start for free this month only at Red Mountain. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
Tight on cash? Say less. McDonald's under $4 McValue menu comes through. Indulging your sweet tooth or craving something savory? Tired of the same old, same old? Pick from your favorites like a creamy vanilla cone for $1.50 or a small frappe like rich caramel or chocolatey mocha for just $3.50. Quick snack breaks to late night cravings and everything in between. Mickey D's comes through. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
It doesn't matter where in the world you are, when you eat McDonald's fries, you're home. Day or night, rain, shine, good day or bad, there's something about golden, crispy, medium fries that feels like everything is going to be okay. And now I can get them for free when I spend $1 on any order in the McDonald's app. A deal so good, might as well pair with a classic quarter pounder with cheese or the iconic Big Mac. Get a little taste of home with Mickey D's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid through 7/31/25 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a week. Must opt into rewards. Excludes tax.
When disaster strikes, trust Paul Davis Restoration. Look, emergencies can happen anytime, leaving your property in disarray without warning. Whether it's a fire, flood, mold, or storm damage, the remediation and restoration experts at Paul Davis are here to help. With 24/7 emergency service availability and a 30-minute response window, we can confidently bring fast, practical solutions to residential and commercial property owners. If your home or business has been damaged by fire, water, or storm, call Paul Davis Restoration. Here to help 24/7. 407-629-6700 or orlando.pauldavis.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Listening to the Jim Colbert Show.
Hey Jim, I left the talk back yesterday about people getting my quotes tattooed on their bodies, and you said, tell me about your book. Well, you guys will know about my book pretty soon because I have a signed copy for each of you guys. I've just been busy lately on my book tour, and you are mentioned in the book. The show is mentioned in the book, so without giving too much away, I will have a signed copy for you guys. And also, I've been nominated for Best Local Author for Best of Orlando. Aldrin Hicks, vote for me.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. I'll check it out.
That's cool.
Can't wait to get a copy of your book. I don't know what it's about, but
hope you said.
Did he mention that yesterday, by the way? Did he mention what it was about?
He did not. He just mentioned being an author and having people tattoo quotes of his.
Very nice. I'll check it out. All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Yeah.
So is Ross.
It's true.
Here on Tuesdays and Thursdays now, if you haven't heard. Welcome back, bud. Good to see you.
I'm so happy to be. The name of his book is just like Jim Colbert Show.
Yeah. No, God, I can only hope.
It's a transcript of our shows from 2019 to 2020.
So you guys have life rules that you use for yourself
all the time,
and you use a certain ethos to decide those life rules.
I think so.
Yeah, right. We all do, right?
Sure.
You have a parameter of what you think is right or wrong, and or what you can kind of maybe rationalize for doing something that may be a little on the edge or whatever. What is your personal policy for returning something to the store? What is your personal policy? Like when you buy something and you decide that, hey, I really don't want this, I can't use this, this was a bad purchase. What is your personal policy for doing that?
What do you mean personal policy?
In other words, because some people are like this. Some people are like, I don't feel comfortable returning stuff. And some people feel like, well, even if I used it a little bit and it didn't turn out to be what I want, I can repack it up and take it back. Or some people will say, well, I used it for an entire day. This is my fault. I should have known better. I'm not taking it back. Or I used this for 6 months and then took it back because it did what I needed, and now the store can have it back. What is your personal policy on doing that?
That sounds like theft. When you get to the point where you are buying it, basically you're renting it with a plan to rent it, like article of clothing, a dress, you get a dress, you return it after. Oh, you wore it out.
Sport coat.
Then you return it.
That's right.
But that's wrong.
Like the classic trick of covering the bottom of your shoes with tape.
Yeah.
So that you could wear the heels out and then just peel the tape off and then you could take the shoes back.
I like that. I've never heard of that.
Now, I have to tell you, I will be completely honest. I'm not going to be dishonest here. I did do this once. I did Jack's right. I bought a sport coat for a formal event or a semi-formal event. And it was a really nice sport coat, and then wound up taking it back the next day. I did do that when I was younger.
And that's
completely guilty.
And that's why with the dress that I just got, it has this huge ribbon that's attached to it, and it says, do not remove unless you like the dress.
Oh, really?
Because you can't return it because they're trying to get ahead of people buying dresses for a special event, wearing it, and then sending it back and saying it didn't fit.
Yeah, 100%. And that happens all the time. Matter of fact, in the article that I have, one I'm going to talk about, clothing is one of the #1 things that this happens for retailers in America. Ross, do you have anything like this?
I do not do this, but I have no problem with people doing it.
You have no problem with somebody doing that?
I don't do it because
Would you let your wife like buy a really nice dress, wear it for a formal event, and then take it back the next day?
Would I let my wife do this? Or how about I married somebody who does this? Bang. She's the queen of returning.
Yeah.
It's not, let me clarify, it's not like she buys a ton of clothes and then with the goal of returning it. She's buying the clothes with the idea of keeping the clothes. But
yeah,
sometimes minds get changed. She is way more likely to return something than I am.
Yeah.
Tenfold, 10 times over.
Yeah, same here.
I've heard this happen with nice purses, with good shoes. That's another thing with quality items where you want to look rich or look like you're doing well or you're affluent, and then you take it back the very next day.
Somebody just texted that, don't women do that with expensive underwear?
No.
I have never heard that, nor do I believe they would take back panties.
And by the way, the most expensive underwear is still well within reach. I mean, what, $30 or $40 a pair? That's still doable.
Let me help him out here, Deb.
Okay.
My man thinks panties thing only costs $30, $40. There's some expensive sets, my friend.
Dude, not more than $40 a pair for panties?
Look at Deb's white of her eyes.
Yes.
For one pair of underwear.
Yes.
Dog, lace, custom work, cool things,
Couture.
doilies, couture.
Like you get your bras couture.
I know that. I know bras are painfully expensive. I know that for a fact. But panties?
But couture bras, that's a whole new level. That's where you get measured. And those bras are just made for you.
Like $300 a piece or something, right? Yeah.
Just to look at them.
Yeah.
I'm going to look for the most expensive panties while you're doing that.
Well, I got to I don't think they're $40. I think if you go to
okay, all right.
Well,
How much do you want to bet?
Well, I'm not going to bet because obviously you know more than I do.
You're a betting man.
I don't wear panties. I just pull them off.
There we
you
go.
never think, wow, how much do these cost?
No, I never do. That's the last thing I'm thinking when I'm seeing panties.
Every time. Every time I'm always like, what is the quality of this? Is this polyester?
But even when I go like for Christmas to buy the really nice panties from the really nice panty store, still, I mean, like free. What are you laughing
I just pictured a store called the Very Nice Panty Store.
So Miu Miu, their panties.
Miu Miu.
How much do you think their panties are? They're sequin, silk, and wool underwear.
And they're called Miu Miu?
Well, that's the designer behind them. But how much do you think these knickers are?
I will go.
Again, this is just panties.
I'll go $84.99
for
804. Oh, you're
no,
confused.
no,
come
80,
on.
84.
$800 for one pair of underwear?
I am saying $85.
You know what? I'll go way out of line here, and I'll say 65. What? $65 should be the absolute max you could pay for a pair of panties.
Again, Miu Miu's sequin, silk, and wool underwear come in at a whopping $5,600.
Okay, that's an outlier. That.
Dude, that's like
how much?
That's like
$5,600.
Somebody just stabbed a lifeboat over there.
Over almost 6 G's for Miu Miu's. That's almost 3 G's of Mew.
Yeah, but I mean, like normal panties from like Victoria's Secret, even the nice ones from Victoria's Secret are like 3 pair for $45 or something.
That's why they're in Victoria's Secret.
But $15 a pair, I would never spend that much for underwear.
We know that.
But I even have pairs of Saks. I have 2 pair of Saks.
I don't know what that means.
SAXX has got a little package for your package. They got a little. It's like a little nest for your dove.
You hear this, man, Deb? This guy's comparing his Saks underwear to Caroline Gleason's lingerie.
Thank you.
Caroline Gleason.
Or the Ecrin Noir Body in Silk Heaven for only 269 pounds.
So that's like $300.
$300 U.S.
Well, it's almost 1-to-1 now, so it's
Or what about the
Agent Provocateur? Now, those are very expensive lingerie sets, but oh my God, they are so beautiful.
I know lingerie is expensive, but I'm talking about just regular, everyday panties. Like you go into the drawer, it's Monday, you grab a pair of panties, you throw them on.
Fleur of England. That's another one.
Have you seen the La Perla Mason Gold Edition?
Oh, yeah, La Perla is another one.
Handmade in Italy, silk satin, 24-karat gold embroidery.
How much are those?
Well,
$600 to $1,500.
God, what the?
A simple bra from La Perla can cost upwards of 250 pounds. So again, you're looking at $300 for a bra.
They know what that's next to, right?
Oh,
Heaven.
yeah.
Well, it's not just that. There's other things it's next to as well, dude.
Still heaven.
It's
Wrapped in silk, covered in pearls.
I had a huge learning curve when it comes to nice lingerie.
Okay, yeah, because I mean that's
Yeah, Victoria's Secret is.
yeah, that's like Walmart brand when you get into the real good stuff,
Well,
right?
I didn't understand it. And honestly, there's still a large part of me that still doesn't understand it really in the bedroom because I'm like, all right, cool, red,
Well,
or like whatever.
It's meant to like frame your significant other to, have a sensual sexual moment. I mean,
I got there, but it took me a long time to get there.
It did?
Yeah. Well,
when you say there, what do you mean?
I mean,
you know what he means.
I mean understanding the logic of really nice lingerie.
Now, is your woman a lingerie girl? I know that you guys did a boudoir thing, so I know that she doesn't mind wearing it. But is that a thing for you guys? I mean, do you go out of your way? Does she wear like lingerie?
I mean,
and say it slow.
Yeah.
But some women
Dim the lights.
Some women like to. It's that special feeling knowing that you're wearing, like
you feel sexy.
A bra and panty set that matches, that you spent a pretty penny on. So maybe if you're going to a job interview or something where you're stressed, maybe a little anxious,
right?
But you know that underneath you're rocking it.
Right. It's not a dirty Harley T-shirt and a pair of panties that says "Oh bother."
Exact with a hole in the butt.
And that's really the difference because I get confidence by putting on underwear that is together.
What do you mean by together?
Intact.
Make is they don't take care of themselves in the bedroom. They don't wear nice underwear. They don't dress nice. And their ladies sometimes can lose interest in them. You got to look good. Yeah, that's why I always wear and ones.
Here we go with the and one nonsense again.
It's the worst 3-point play ever.
I wear them for comfort, but I do have a couple sexy pair of underwear.
I
do.
don't think you do.
I do have a pair. I have a pair of camouflage ones. My wife likes it.
Prove it. She's a camo girl, is she?
She likes the.
She wants the hunter fresh out of the
She
woods.
wants to not see you. Oh yeah, you put on the camo underwear again and go over next to that tree.
I can't find it.
Now run into the woods. Let's see if it's real.
It's missing.
Are the other ones red silk?
No, dude. These are really nice Egyptian cotton, right? Underwear, and they're nice. They look good. They got a little bit of billow on them, so they're not like you're not hugging. So you can't, we still want to leave some mystery to what's not there.
I have no sexy underwear. I have no sexy
That does
underwear.
not shock me at all, but you need to get some.
Okay,
Can I buy you some? What's that? Whoa, dude, easy. That wasn't me. That was you.
That wasn't me.
Somebody just burped into the mic.
Someone just offered to buy me nice underwear.
I was going to say, the burp I'll take. You just offered to buy another man
All right, hold on.
sexy underwear.
Okay, hold on.
That's a
I'll
good
explain
man.
myself. I will explain myself.
I don't think you can.
Right after this.
Oh, man. Do I get
Real
under?
Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Multiple lanes are blocked due to an accident on US 27 northbound before Ernie Caldwell Boulevard. There's a crash on I-4 eastbound at Dirksen Drive, getting cleared up there. Emergency crews have moved that accident off to the shoulder now on the Beach Line westbound approaching Greenway Main Toll Plaza. Expect some heavy delays in that area. The roadways are busy, so travel with caution. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected when it matters most. Be prepared with Rapid Radio's walkie-talkies. With instant push-to-talk and LTE nationwide coverage, you can reach family and friends in any emergency. 100% private, no contracts, no hassle.
Stay safe. Order now at rapidradios.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at the Nickley Group. Man, look, real estate market trends are an extremely local thing. Market conditions and trends vary greatly from one area to another. That's why it's super important not to pay attention to national headlines. I say that because of this. When you read about national headlines and it says, well, the market is soft, there's a lot of inventory out there, blah, 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 right? Well, that's great for other places, but in Central Florida, homes here are still selling for record prices. That, my friends, is why you need a team of realtors that really knows what they're doing. You got one shot to really maximize the value of that biggest asset, your home. You might as well get the best best to help you out, that is the Nickley Group. On average, these guys get about 6% more for their homes than their competitors. I could literally stop the spot right there, and that would be enough. But they do so much more. They actually get that money twice as fast as their competitors. And if you are a buyer out there and you're looking for that group that can really get you the choices for the homes you really want to see, it's the Nickley Group. Nobody knows this market better than these guys. And like I said, if you're a seller and you want to get max value, it's a no-brainer. It's the Nickley Group. These guys are the #1 real estate team in all of Central Florida. They sell more homes than anybody. 4,500 plus homes sold right here in Central Florida with 4,000 5-star reviews. They don't joke. Get with these guys. I'll tell you something else. If you don't want to deal with any of this stuff, a guaranteed cash offer means no showings or open houses, and you can close in just 14 days. You can do that right there on their website. It's the NickleyGroup.com. That's NICKLEY Group.com.
This September, our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One is coming back to Las Vegas.
And you can win your way to be there.
Streaming live only on Hulu. Tickets go on sale June 13th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific through AXS.com. But starting June 11th at 1 p.m. Eastern, Capital One cardholders get first access to tickets and other exclusive offers for 48 hours only, or while pre-sale tickets last. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One for more pre-sale details. What's in your wallet? Keep listening for the next chance to win your way to our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Presented by Capital One.
Jim Colbert Show question of the day is brought to you by the Home Builders Network. For 15 years, you heard us talking about Mike, the home builder, and his great team at the Home Builders Network. Take care of roofs, window replacement, doors, gutters, and now bathrooms. What? Keep listening because he is expanding. He has a new showroom in Altamont Springs that's opening in a week or two. More on that coming up. But right now, what you need to know is when it's time to take care of the big projects around your house, you need to go to hbnusa.com. It's the Home Builders Network. Mike, the home builder, is a great guy and can take you through the process and let you know what you need. And he's had a team of professionals, whether it's roofing, gutters, windows, doors, and soon bathrooms. It's hbnusa.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Quitting tobacco is hard, but it's also hard to deal with a cough that won't go away and thinking it's lung cancer, or feeling your heart race after a walk and wondering if it's a heart attack, or telling your family you may not be around to see your next birthday.
Quitting tobacco is hard, but the consequences are even harder. Tobacco-Free Florida has free resources to help you stay smoke-free. You may be eligible to receive free nicotine patches, gum, or lozenges. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN now or visit tobaccofreeflorida.com.
Let's move! We have soccer practice, dance, and a play date.
Life moves fast, so every second counts, especially when it comes to big decisions like buying a car. That's why searching through Navy Federal's car buying service powered by TrueCar is a perfect place to start.
Thanks, Mom.
Navy Federal can help you find and finance the right vehicle so you can go wherever life takes you. Visit NavyFederal.org/TrueCar to learn more. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. Credit and collateral subject to approval.
The NBC Nightly News.
From one era to the next.
I'm Tom Brokaw.
We'll hope to see you back here.
I'm Lester Holt.
Trust is the anchor.
For NBC Nightly News, I'm Tom Yamas.
A new chapter begins. NBC Nightly News with Tom Yamas. Evenings on NBC.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
If
If you're shopping for hurricane impact windows, make sure to get a free quote from Reese Windows and Doors. Hi, C-Lane here, and Reese has been installing affordable, high-quality impact windows for over 50 years. At Reese, most windows are installed in just 6 to 8 weeks, and right now when you buy 2 windows, you get 1 free plus installation is included. For a free quote, you can visit reesewindows.com. That's reesewindows.com.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Here's what's trending now on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
If you're looking for your new summer obsession, I got you covered. Start with Boys Sober. It's the new podcast about the global dating movement that everyone is talking about. Plus, we have your ultimate summer playlist, and guess what? It's updated weekly with songs of the summer. And we have more explosive reactions from the Diddy trial from Aubrey O'Day. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss what she has to say next.
Explore the latest. Open the free iHeartRadio app and see what's trending now.
Tuesdays just got Mo better with Ross Padgett. Presented by JustCallMo.com. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Still to come, the common sense financial advice you need. It's Only Money with Scott Brown, today at 6:20 on The Jim Colbert Show.
What up, guys? Sport from Duval. A very, very underrated sexy movie scene was Jamie Lee Curtis in True Lies.
Oh, yeah, dude, the dance.
Man, she has a dance scene. It's funny, but, man, it is sexy as hell, man.
Best boobs in
And
Hollywood.
the biggest dong I've ever seen on screen is probably right now watching you guys on YouTube. Looking at Jim. He's a big wiener, isn't he?
Got him.
Love you, Jim.
Got him. Thanks, buddy.
I think the proper etiquette before you buy another man some sexy underwear is to take him out to dinner and a movie first. Right. And possibly buy him a couple drinks.
I agree.
Just saying.
All right, buddy.
Oh my gosh, you guys. I miss this so much. I loved your show anyways, with or without Ross, but with Ross, you guys are just so hilarious, man. Y'all are killing me over here. I want to buy you some underwear.
I'm going to buy him some damn underwear. He can't do anything about it.
I'm dying.
You can't do anything about it.
Hey guys, at what point did moo-moo dresses go out of fashion, and how did they come into fashion?
They're coming back, by the way.
And what makes a moo-moo? Can men wear moo-moos?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm. Help me out here. Shut up, moo-moo land.
Yeah, moo-moo is just like basically a house coat, almost.
House dress, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a house dress. And they're kind of coming back, by the way. My wife saw one in an invention store the other day and literally almost bought it.
Really?
And it was pretty badass. She looked like Miss Roper, a hot-ass Miss Roper. Super hot Miss Roper. I'm down with that. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is her.
Yo.
And Ross Daddy with us on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Outback and Mission Impossible.
Outback. Oh, you haven't seen the new Mission Impossible yet?
No.
I'll tell you something else. My girls just saw Friendship and said it is the funniest movie they have ever seen. And they said it was a modern day...
I love you, man.
Like Hangover, something like that. Like it's supposed to be like not quite that bombastic, but it's supposed to be unbelievably funny. They said it was crazy funny good.
Yeah, you always hear people always say, like, what happened to the comedy movies? What happened to the comedy movies? Well, the comedy movie kind of have to put in your due diligence to find them, but they are out there. This was an A24 film. It cleaned up. It's got great reviews.
Yep.
Paul Rudd, Tim
Yep.
Robinson. I saw it in a sold-out theater, and, man, I forgot how nice it is to laugh with strangers.
Yeah, man. They said it was super, super funny. We just talked last night. We went to dinner, and they're like, we saw Friendship this weekend and said it was just murder good. But super funny.
I remember telling you guys about Tim Robinson.
Yeah. Years ago. It was one of your What'd You Do's.
Yeah, he's just one of them. So it's groundbreaking comedy. If you don't like it, guess what? I agree. I get it. It's out there.
Yeah.
But most great things aren't for everybody.
Not at first, right? You learn how to kind of like that thing. And when you told me about him and I saw it, I was like, I don't know, man. I wanted to like it because I knew it was funny, but I wasn't there. It's like watching The Office. I don't like embarrassing comedy. I don't like comedy that's like uncomfortable, cringe comedy. It makes me so uncomfortable. I can't like respect the joke. But I'm kind of changing on that.
What's funny, I love the U.S. version of The Office, but I couldn't make it through the first episode of the original Ricky Gervais version.
Because it's so brutal?
Because it was too cringe. I was like, I gotta stop. I can't.
You start feeling sorry for people.
I leave the room and I leave the TV on. I go, you stay. I gotta go.
That's great.
And I would say Tim Robinson in his sketch show, I Think You Should Leave, which has picked up so many awards. It really is groundbreaking comedy of the last 5-10 years.
That's what you suggested, by the way.
Yeah. That show, some of the sketches, some of the writing is just no one else is doing it like it.
And you know he's doing something right because all the other comics or comedic actors that you love want to work with these dudes. Want to work with guys like that who are like way outside the box, right?
I mean, the fact that he got Paul Rudd's trust, that's an A-list celebrity.
Sure is,
to probably take some level of a pay cut to do something that he wanted to do.
But he has a record of doing that. But, he made Anchorman. And you look at Anchorman from the outside in. I know it's got Will Ferrell in it, but he's the only Christina Applegate. But you consider when that movie was made in the early 2000s, it still was kind of a.
But that's my argument why that wouldn't count because Paul Rudd wasn't Paul Ruddin back in Anchorman.
I would agree with that. Yeah,
I would think that when it comes to the fame scale, Paul Rudd has surpassed Will Ferrell right now in 2025.
Ooh.
How's that?
Ooh.
At the very there is in the pudding. Ooh. I think you'll move more tickets right now if you have Paul Rudd as your lead than Will.
I would agree with that. I don't want to, but I would.
And
because he's in his Will Ferrell's in his De Niro mode where he'll take anything. So he's doing like all these movies that don't really showcase what he really does, and we've learned his style, so people are kind of over a little bit.
And I'm not saying anything about each person's talent or what I prefer. I'm just commenting about how hard it is to get these A-list celebrities to trust your project.
Let's get to the important stuff. We've really kind of gone over this, and we've kind of jabbered a little bit after coming back from break, but I need to know from you, Mr. Sauce Daddy, are you an Egyptian cotton guy, or are you a silk guy?
Not a silk guy.
You don't like the silk?
I think I break out in acne whenever I wear silk underwear.
Okay, that's good because those are way more expensive. How do you feel about a 2-pack of Versace long boxer trunks that have the little lion thing right above the area, if you feel me?
Like
Versace.
Welcome to the jungle?
Yeah, no. This is from Bergdorf Goodman. This is a real luxury store up, and
my favorite Muppet.
Yeah. We can get you some Tom Fords, but I got to tell you, these Versace's $90 for 2 pair. That's not bad. Egyptian cotton, long border.
I don't know about the long, man. I don't like that. I don't like looking like a 1920s swimmer. You know?
Like nut huggers?
I am ashamed to say this. Talk about the nicest underwear I have. A listener sent us underwear years ago.
Somebody just texted that a minute ago, and I thought they were joking.
No, it's my favorite pair of underwear. 2 Under, kangaroo emblem right there on the waistband. My favorite. They hold my boys, but they talk to them too.
Do they really?
Yeah.
All right. Very nice.
It's like a hug, and it's also like everything's going to be all right.
All right.
You remember who said that?
I do not know. I don't remember that.
Mrs. Fordala.
Oh, no way. Really?
Yeah.
Best underwear.
No way.
Yeah. I love that stuff.
No way. Really?
Yeah, they talk to the left and the right one.
Do they really?
Yeah.
You got a pair as well.
No, did I really?
You did.
Oh, yeah, you did.
We all did. They're great.
You don't have to buy me a pair. Just give me those.
Damn, where are mine? Did I give you mine? Because you and I are the same size.
Are you talking to both of us right now?
My brand was 2 Under. I think you got a pair of 5 overs.
By the way, the reason I brought up this story about returning stuff to the store is if you have had yourself a fine time doing that, get ready to have that S shut down. Stores are starting to clamp up on the return policies like crazy. Just for the record, in 2024, what do you think the total returns were in 2024? This is stuff that had been purchased purchased from the store and then returned to the store. How much money?
$2.2 billion.
I'm thinking $25 billion.
Oh my gosh.
And I will tell you that both of you aren't even in the same stratosphere as the actual number.
$200 billion.
$890 billion.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Retailers
nailed it.
Returns, it says, cost retailers a lot of money. Total returns were expected to top $890 billion in 2024.
So now
according
you know why.
to a report.
Yeah, retailers are frustrated, right? They're getting stained, used, inventory back that they can't then resell.
17% of their annual sales would be returned in 2024.
Okay, well,
That's man, you think about that.
Hold on. There's one flag that I have on the field.
All right,
with
flag on the field.
one of the things that Deb just said, though, is that if it's stained or something, you shouldn't be accepting it, and you need to hold true.
Okay.
Hey, you're returning something that's damaged.
And you're 100% right.
But
and I've got a butt as well.
Okay, what's your butt?
That he wants to buy you underwear.
My butt is a line that I'm about to say that could rebut what you're going to say. So what are you going to say?
Is that, like, the reason why I don't do this is mainly because I'm lazy and I don't like errands. And if it's a $10 purchase, I'm like, well, whatever.
I know people that think it's below them to return. They think it's below them to do it. They think it's embarrassing to return.
I'm not there.
Yeah.
But this has always been, you asked about our ethos about the return policy. I know mine, but I also know mine towards the society is that I see so many rich people, news headline after headline, find a loophole, Swiss bank accounts, whatever.
Right.
Anytime I see the small person, the individual dad or mom or just 25-year-olds finding any bit of a loophole, and it is following the rules and the policy,
you got no problem with it.
I can't hate on it.
Got it. And I agree 100%. And this is why I believe, and by the way, the word loophole is used multiple times in this story, which is a USA Today story if you want to check it out.
Because that's what it is.
In regards to target returns. Target returns, because people have found loopholes in target returns, and they have abused that at ultimate levels.
It's like Home Depot's returns.
Right, and Lowe's for the record. But I will tell you something else. Here's why what you just said doesn't really matter. And this is why retailers are going to start across the board really dropping the bomb on these returns. And the reason why is this. Because what happens is this. They did a poll, and they started talking to shoppers, and they're asking them a bunch of questions. They were trying to figure out what made them do this, why they did it, and more importantly, if we tightened up our policies, would they continue to still shop at our store? What percentage of shoppers do you believe, in response to this poll, said that they would continue to shop at the store that they loved if the store changed their return policy and made it more difficult? How many people would still come back?
Oh, man.
Is this a percentage?
Yeah, the percentage of the total shoppers.
That would return?
That would not come back to a
that
store
would not come back.
if they tightened up their return policies. They would say, I can't shop there anymore.
40%.
Ah, man. And these are the people that are returning.
Yeah, these are the people returning. They asked them, hey, if we just tightened up our return policies, would you continue to shop here?
Oh, then I'd go 75%.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'll go 76. Sorry.
Say no?
Yeah.
I'll say 77.
Yeah, 33% of the people said that they would continue to shop there. 67% said, if you change your policy, I ain't coming back.
Yeah.
And that's what's caused retailers, because they had this information, that's what's caused retailers to go, well, wait a minute, hold up for a second. Because you got to remember, these retailers like Walmart, Target, they're fighting Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
They're not fighting other retailers, because the two biggest ones out there have all the business.
Amazon, you have 30 days to return for any reason. I do it often.
And they're about to pinch that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, they're about to do it. 49% of America admits in this poll that they've abused policies in the past year.
It's huge.
Half of the people, 68%, said they believe retailers make it easy to abuse flexible return policies.
The only time I've done a lot of returns, but it's for stuff either I didn't need it, didn't fit. I returned a pair of Adidas yesterday, too small.
Too small. That's fine.
Too small.
Never wore them out. Never, never did anything
put them on
like
one
that.
time.
That's it.
I thought 11 would work. I need 11 and a half.
There you go.
Try them on in the store. That's a wild move.
Did
right
you just
there.
I ordered them online.
Oh, sorry.
This guy.
My bad.
By the way, it's weird. I went to an 11 half from an 11 as well.
The
as I got older.
The one thing that I returned where it was kind of like gray area was that Nespresso machine.
Oh yeah. Because you did use it.
I used it for almost a month. I used it for 3 weeks.
Jack.
I used all the. I used the whole thing. I used the whole all the coffee we had, and I'm like, it's not fitting my lifestyle, so I returned it.
Then he put on his backwards hat, kick flipped a 3-set, and went and got Starbucks.
Yeah,
it's not Jack.
It's not
That's
fit my
meshing.
lifestyle.
Jack, that's sketchy. 3 weeks, dude. You put an entire sleeve of coffee through it, then sent it back.
Oh, entire sleeve, multiple sleeves.
Jack,
multiple.
Why would you do that?
I even bought extra coffee. Oh no! I couldn't return the coffee, so I gave away. Yeah, because I'm a nice guy.
No, Jack. I got bad news for you. That does not make you a nice guy, dude. Would you do that? Would you use a coffee machine for a month and send it back?
3 weeks.
I think it's different. I think
It's different. What are you talking about?
because that's a consuming product. It's not something you wear.
He
so
used it 3 weeks. Wouldn't you know that you didn't want it after 2 days?
No, I didn't know how much my kids were going to use it.
My! What are you doing?
he's just being an American shopper. It's his right.
Dog eat dog world, Jim.
Jesus.
I followed the rules. I followed the rules.
Returns have always been a big problem, but since the pandemic, it's been absolutely awful. Like, awful for people.
You know what's I think the worst that gets hit is electronics. Is like they get used so much and then just return like a microphone.
Well, they actually stores started policies because of that, because of the Super Bowl.
Restocking fee?
Yeah, they started doing this restocking fee, like Jack's saying, because people would go out and buy big screen TVs the week of the Super Bowl, have their big Super Bowl party, and then take that ish back to the store.
Here's one: chainsaws and generators after hurricanes. I've seen dirty chainsaws returned to Tractor Supply, and they swear it was never used.
Right? Yeah. It was used. AF.
I think you just said the answer. The restock fee, return fee, especially pick and choose also. Like, all right, bro, you definitely just cut down an entire forest with this chainsaw. We're going to have to charge you 15% of the total MSRP or something.
So with Amazon, it's free returns, and you can drop it off at like a Whole Foods, but another option there, and now you have to scroll down to find it, is a UPS store. They have an agreement there.
Oh, do they really?
But I think the UPS stores hate it. Because every time you go in with that and they scan the code, the QR code, and it's just like they see and they realize that it's a Amazon return, and they're like, oh. Because I think they actually lose money on those things because you don't even have to pack it. They will pack it and label it and send it.
And by the way, this is where all of this stuff goes. When you hear people about buying those big boxes, like out of warehouses, it's just return items. You're going to wind up getting Jack's coffee maker.
Right.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
I take that back at a discount.
Yeah. Oh, you're the worst ever. All right, 407-916-1041. Load them up. It's
crazy like a fox.
It's time for trivia, and we have a bunch of good stuff. Jack will tell you what it is in 1 sec.
Do you want to play a game? Good. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is next. Call now.
407-916-1041. This is Chris Broussard. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by DraftKings.
Florida baseball coach Kevin O'Sullivan has publicly apologized to Coastal Carolina for his caught-on-camera tirade during the Conway Regional. To football, where the Bucs are planning joint practices with the Titans and Steelers during training camp, the first such workouts under Coach Todd Bowles. And Novak Djokovic is now just the third man to win 100 matches at a Grand Slam event after winning his fourth-round match at the French Open. I'm Scott Davidson.
DraftKings is all about responsible gaming. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 or older. Age and eligibility vary by jurisdiction.
Guys, tired of your glasses or contact lenses? Maybe, just maybe, it's time for a change. And the Filatowski Eye Institute knows that. Now they're offering a free LASIK exam and $500 off each eye. That's right, clear vision and up to $1,000 in savings just in time for sunshine, road trips, and poolside selfies. Call now, 1-800-EYE-EXAM. That's 800-EYE-EXAM. Or just visit them online at filatowskieye.com. Take that first step toward clear, confident vision before this offer ends. Call 800-EYE-EXAM. The Filatowski Eye Institute. Trusted, local, life-changing.
Be ambitious. Be determined.
Be mindful about your money and become whatever you want to be. With the lowest college tuition in Central Florida, you can earn your degree at Valencia College. In fact, about 40% of our students pay nothing to attend. So be on a budget and become a college student. Apply now at valenciacollege.edu. Classes start August 18th.
Oh boy, solar source is the way to go when it comes time to taking advantage of that bright orange sun in the sky to produce electricity for your home, and you can do it. You go to solarsource.com. In 2013 is when I put solar on my roof, and I have saved thousands and thousands of dollars because I make my own electricity. I'm not just renting it from the power company. You can do it as well. Find out if solar is right for you. Go to solarsource.com. Also investigate their battery backup system, which is key in making sure your power stays on when the neighborhood goes out. It's hurricane season. You know the storms are coming. Be prepared. Go to solarsource.com. And when you talk to them, tell them Jack from Rural Radio sent you.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Hi, my air conditioner isn't working.
We're hosting a pet rock adoption telethon.
Pet rocks?
The internet says they're endangered.
Rocks are everywhere.
You know what's everywhere?
Frank Gay is everywhere. I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have AC problems, you need help now. One of our licensed and certified technicians can have your AC blowing cold air in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Divorce can feel like a minefield. One wrong step, and your finances, your family, and your future could suffer. Before making a big decision, talk to the attorneys at TK Law. We can help you navigate the legal process, protecting what matters most. With better representation, you get better results. Call TK Law today and take the first step toward a smarter, more secure future. Visit onefirmforlife.com. Offices in Altamont Springs. That's onefirmforlife.com.
Tight on cash? Say less. McDonald's under $4 McValue menu comes through. Indulging your sweet tooth or craving something savory? Tired of the same old, same old? Pick from your favorites like a creamy vanilla cone for $1.50 or a small frappe like rich caramel or chocolatey mocha for just $3.50. Quick snack breaks to late night cravings and everything in between. Mickey D's comes through. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
It doesn't matter where in the world you are, when you eat McDonald's fries, you're home. Day or night, rain, shine, good day or bad, there's something about golden, crispy, medium fries that feels like everything is going to be okay. And now I can get them for free when I spend $1 on any order in the McDonald's app. A deal so good, might as well pair with a classic quarter pounder with cheese or the iconic Big Mac. Get a little taste of home with Mickey D's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid through 7/31/25 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a week. Must opt into rewards. Excludes tax.
Life is busy. Luckily, Racetrack's here to keep you on track every day.
Running around and the time makes you nervous. Are you still a mom or just a taxi service?
With ice cold drinks, hot pizza, freshly ground coffee, and even Swirl World frozen yogurt for the kids.
The schedule is packed with things that they have to do. But with so much to choose from, you'll find something for you.
Racetrack is here to keep you going.
Racetrack's gonna get you.
Racetrack, whatever gets you going.
Longer days mean one extra hour of fetch. Are you making the most of time outdoors? With Invisible Fence brand, you can. Our professional installation and training take the hassle out of keeping your pet safe, so you spend more time enjoying your pet. Make the most out of the season with Invisible Fence brand. Save $150 with code radio150 at invisiblefence.com/radio. That's invisiblefence.com/radio.
Big news for drivers. Presets have landed on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with iHeartRadio. Access your favorite stations, podcasts, and playlists instantly right from your dashboard. Try the free iHeartRadio app on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and take those presets for a spin.
Someday, Alexa will know everything. Alexa, how do I get rid of a deadbeat roommate?
Try poisoning them.
But until then, tell her to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Playing Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
you can mandate driver's ed for every person under the sun until you're blue in the face and everyone can take it 2-3 times. But until they start prosecuting and convicting and handing out punishments for people that are doing the street racing and the street takeovers and all that nonsense, nothing's going to change. Sure, you can have a class, fine, and then you go out and there's no punishment for your bad behavior. So what the hell is that going to do?
You're right, dude. My father-in-law worked at a pretty major retailer for years, and they were painfully open about that. They didn't even really make an effort. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Welcome back to the show. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Ross is with us.
Drink more water.
Speaking of Jack, let's find out what's in the old Jackie sack. Let's do it.
All aboard.
Chugga chugga.
Choo-choo.
Lickety-clack, lickety-clack.
God bless you. Here we go. In the sack today, we have a pair of tickets to see Orlando City take on FC Cincinnati.
Need a win, Jack. We're in a slide.
Yeah, this is, they got a couple weeks off. Then they're on the road. Then when they come back to Inter & Co Stadium, it's going to be June 28th. And you can be there. See our buddy Ross on the big screen, Orlando City on the pitch. And if you want your tickets, you go to OrlandoCitySC.com or you win them right now. Orlando City taking on FC Cincinnati. Also in the Jackie Sack today, a pair of tickets to see Glass Animals. They are at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater, and that's on June 19th. So, little music, little soccer. Those are your choices. That's the Jackie Sack.
Very nice.
So back to you, clickety clack.
Very nice, Deborah. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Let's go 5 on a Tuesday.
5. Very nice. James, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Would you like to play a little game with us?
Sure do.
Let's do it.
Game show.
Nope.
All right, James, this is a really easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers is not true, James.
No.
If you can find it, buddy, I'll send you over to the Jackie Sack for something nice. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you backing up?
Yeah, I'm pulling into practice.
All right, buddy, here we go. On this day right now, the Goodyear blimp turns 100 years old.
Wow.
On this day, that's right. Here are 3 fun facts about the Goodyear blimp and 1 lie that just floats on down the road.
Oh, it's so cute.
All right, very nice. Here, we're talking about the blimp. Which one of these is untrue? Number 1, the Goodyear blimp does not have seat belts. Number 2, there are currently 8 working Goodyear blimps worldwide. Number 3, the Goodyear blimp gets shot at about 20 times a year. Or lastly, the first Goodyear blimp's job was the 1955 Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. Which of those is a lie?
The first one?
No, that's absolutely true. The Goodyear blimp does not have seatbelts.
Oh, no. Oh, the humanity.
Which is, yeah, a little crazy there. 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Let's go 2.
2 is Rocco. Rocco, how you doing, buddy?
Good, Jack. How you guys doing?
Doing good, buddy. We're talking about the Goodyear blimp here. Which one of these isn't true? Number 1, there are currently 8 working Goodyear blimps worldwide. Number 2, the Goodyear blimp gets shot at about 20 times a year. Or lastly, the first Goodyear blimp's job was the 1955 Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California.
Go with number 1.
That's the one, buddy. You're a winner. How many do you think there are?
I want to say there's 3.
There's actually 4. Good job, buddy. I'm going to put you on hold.
Good
You are
job,
a winner.
Rocco.
Only 4 of those. And I have to tell you, the reason I chose that one is because I even thought, before I looked it up, I thought there were 6 of them.
Really?
Yeah, but there's only 4 working Goodyear blimps that cover all the stuff that they go through every year.
See, that doesn't shock me. What shocks me is that it's actually shot at least 20 times a year.
Yeah, it is. That is a 100% true thing. It gets shot at 20 times a year. And the reason why they even mention that is because they tell you, oh, well, if you get a big hole in it. Because in 1990, that happened. Somebody flew a drone or a remote-controlled airplane into one, and it caused a big hole. But they said all that happens is it really just kind of slowly loses altitude. You just kind of slowly float down.
Okay, so nothing like the Hindenburg.
Yeah, because that's when they put hydrogen in.
Yeah, that was hydrogen.
Okay.
Or helium.
And by the way, it's not really a blimp. Even though they say it's a Goodyear blimp, a blimp, that means it has no inside rigid structure. It's just a giant bag full of helium with a compartment to lift you up, and of course the motor to drive it forward. Goodyear blimps are actually called airships, which means they have a really thin carbon fiber rigid frame that the shell is over when they put the helium in it. The Goodyear blimp does get shot out. Let's see. The first Goodyear blimp job was the 1955 Rose Bowl. A couple other things before we get to the top of the hour. The Goodyear blimp can carry how many passengers?
80.
No, it's about 9.
Okay.
9.
I said 8.
Yeah, if punctured, the blimp would just simply lose altitude slowly. The name blimp originated how? How did you think they named the blimp? Because that's a weird name, right? Because really, what we learned is they're called dirigibles, right?
Yeah.
But that's a different structure
or
as
Zeppelins.
well. Yeah, or Zeppelins. That was another one as well.
It was Bill.
Yeah.
Bill Blairy and
is it an acronym?
It's not an acronym.
Henry Flimp's creation.
Is it because of the shape?
It's funny. No, not because of the shape. Jack, you got one, and we'll let it rip.
Blimp. It's blimp blob. No.
That's funny. I bet if you sat here for a minute, you'd figure it out.
Blurb.
So what happened was in 1919 of all years, right? A guy walks up. He was a sergeant in the Air Force, in the British Air Force, and when he walked up to it, he had never seen one before, and they were kind of introducing it to him, and he thumped it. He thumped the film that it was made of, and it made a sound, went bloop, and he said that's what they named it by.
Oh, wow.
So the name blimp comes from the sound it makes when the first guy that saw one flicked it with his finger.
All right.
Blimps have their own category. They're actually considered airships, not dirigibles, not blimps, actually. Blimps, by definition, have no frame, just a giant airbag, right? And then lastly here, what's the max speed and the average speed of one of the Goodyear blimps?
11 miles an hour.
30 miles an hour.
22.
Jack nailed it. It's 35 to 50 is normal cruising speed. 65 is the top one. And they tell you something interesting about this. Golf is the hardest sport to shoot from a Goodyear blimp. And they said because the angle, what you have to do is make sure that you're never between the sun and the green.
Because of the shadow.
You never want to cast a shadow over somebody when they're hitting a shot or doing their thing. And they also said that driving one of these things is a nightmare. Imagine driving a car on ice.
Right.
In other words, if you go to make a turn, you see that turn coming, you better start slowly getting your car to kind of slide that way so that when you get to that edge, you can gas it. So if you're going to make a turn, you have to predict what's going to turn a mile from now. And if you have to make 2 turns, you turn it, and then you wait and count, and then you turn it again so that the craft will, in the time, it's like a ship.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it takes that slow turn, and then it turns back. So you have to know where you're going to be a mile in advance.
Whoa.
And they said they're really difficult to fly because they're also at will of the wind. So that you're trying to kind of steer these things around. Not only do you have to fight where you're supposed to be to get the right camera shot, you have to fight the natural elements. They go up to about 10,000 feet.
I find it very funny going back to the fact that it keeps getting shot at, and that end result is that it just slowly goes like. So that means everybody who is shot at this thing is thinking, this thing's going to go boom, dude.
Yeah.
No one's ready for this. And then it just slowly just declines back to Earth.
Nobody thought it was going to be just like,
That's all it does. It just gets sad for about a day.
Like a deflating balloon at your birthday party.
And it's mostly small caliber rounds they find shooting, like 22s and stuff like that. That's balls to take a shot at. I mean, it's a felony, right?
That is some of the most fun facts I can ever remember doing trivia. Not a blimp. Didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't either, dude.
That was a good one.
All right, very nice. Let's take a little break. What do you got coming up for Ross Thoughts?
I was faced with a question that made me learn way too much about myself. I went down a wormhole, little dark, got back up, saw sunlight, went back down again because I saw the question again. I will ask you this question. Tell me if I'm crazy. And to all the listeners who's already thinking like, oh, that's an easy question. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'll tell you the question after the break.
Oh,
that felt good. That was a good one, right?
All right, back in a sec with Ross Thoughts.
Make Real Radio 104.1 number 1 on your presets on our all-new iHeartRadio app and get cool stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The right lane's blocked on the express lanes of I-4 eastbound at Central Parkway. Keep an eye out for emergency vehicles on the roadways, clearing up an accident on I-4 eastbound at Dirksen Drive. There's a crash on US 27 northbound before Ernie Caldwell Boulevard. The roadways are getting busy tonight, so travel with caution. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected and stay productive with Rapid Radios. Business owners trust Rapid Radios for instant, reliable team communication with nationwide LTE coverage, push-to-talk convenience, and room for up to 200 units on one feed. Keeping connected's never been easier.
Order now at rapidradios.com.
Man, here in Central Florida, you better have an AC company you can lean on. You better be able to trust them. They better have integrity, and they better not take advantage of you with the pricing. Of course, that's Mills Air. These guys are awesome. They don't do any of those things. And in Central Florida, you better have an AC company you can lean on. You can do that with these guys. Been doing it since 92, 30-plus years of experience right here in Central Florida, keeping you and your family nice and cool. Their techs are awesome. They know these brands inside and out. They'll never make you feel uncomfortable when they're on your property working, and they're Carrier factory-authorized dealers. That, my friends, could get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards that new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. These guys are awesome. You're going to love doing business with them. Call today and schedule that appointment. Now is the time for preventive maintenance plans. So do this, guys. 407-277-1159. Find them online at millsair.com.
The Real Radio Summer of Laughs continues with the Real Comedy Mount Dora Summer Night Series. Get ready for a night of nonstop laughs Saturday, June 14th at the Mount Dora Music Hall. Starring Orlando local award-winning comedian and 5-star Defensive Player of the Year, Ross Padgett. This evening of comedy will also be featuring Kevin Dean and Joel Warren and will be hosted by the one and only Angel of Boom from the Monsters in the Morning. Saturday, June 14th at the Mount Dora Music Hall. Sponsored by Discover Lake County. Doors open at 7, show at 8. Get your tickets today at realradio.fm/comedy.
Now that the kids are out of school and you're busy making plans for family barbecues, make sure you put getting new windows and doors from Renewal by Andersen on your to-do list. One reason, unmatched strength. Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim Impact windows and doors are made from Fibrex material that's 2 times stronger than vinyl, ensuring superior durability and resistance to extreme weather conditions. Tom says excellent experience with Renewal by Andersen from initial sales call to the installation process and follow-up. We would highly recommend them to others. Thanks, RBA. Renewal by Andersen's 30th anniversary sale is going on now. Buy one, get one. 30% off windows or patio doors, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. Call Renewal by Andersen today for your free design consultation. It's simple. Dial pound 250 from your cell phone. That's pound 250. Say the keyword best windows and be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
Joining us on this episode are real Spectrum customers, Monique and Greg. We hear your family is a big fan of Spectrum.
Family of 4, we have about 18 devices last time I counted.
2 teams require a lot of speed. Everything they do is online.
There's gaming, there's streaming. Spectrum is perfect for us. I mean, it just seamlessly connects all our devices with lightning speed.
Sounds like Spectrum is really committed to keeping you connected.
It's amazing.
The accident wasn't your fault. The medical bills shouldn't be your responsibility. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. After an accident, you don't want to get stuck with a pile of medical bills. I will fight to get those bills paid. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Do you love your kids? Send them to Crush Yard Summer Camp, where every day is packed with pickleball, ping pong, arcade games, crafts, cornhole, and more. It's active, creative, and tons of fun. Plus, lunch is included. More than just a camp, it's a summer full of new friends, confidence building, and unforgettable memories. With flexible scheduling and affordable pricing, it's easy to plan your summer your way. Spots are filling fast. Sign up now at crushyard.com/camps.
What's up, fellas? Russ Rollins here. Get real testosterone prescribed by the doctors at Red Mountain Weight Loss. More men are suffering from low T than ever, thanks to stress, poor diet, and lifestyle. This is a serious health issue, but I tell you what, if you're feeling tired, you're feeling sluggish, you lose your mental focus all the time, if you're having trouble in the bedroom, you probably have low T. The solution is prescription strength testosterone, because nothing boosts testosterone like actual testosterone. Increasing your testosterone will give you more energy. I know. It'll help you build muscle mass. It'll help you sleep better. It improves your mental focus, and it'll boost your sex drive. It's a complete game changer. Testosterone also helps you lose and maintain your proper weight. So go to the trusted leader in health solutions for men and women, Red Mountain Weight Loss. Their experienced medical team has helped people optimize their hormones for over 30 years now, and now they can help you too. Book your free video consultation with a licensed doctor today. Have low T? Start for free this month only at Red Mountain. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Big thanks to everybody sending in nice words about Ross being back with us on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it, and we agree 100%. Good to be back at full strength at least a couple times a week.
Yeah.
That's super awesome, and I really do appreciate that for sure. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ross, let's get some thoughts. Here he is.
It's weird.
It is.
It's funny. Sometimes.
That's true.
It's Ross. Spelled like sauce. It's Ross Thoughts.
Ross Thoughts is brought to you by personal injury attorney Mo DeWitt. He is the reason why I am here on Tuesdays. So to all the people sending all these really heartwarming texts, it is happening because of Mo DeWitt.
A big thanks to Mo for stepping up and doing this for us so we could have you back on the show. Cannot begin to thank him enough.
Injured on the go, just call Mo.
Thanks, buddy.
Sometimes in life, I mean, stop in my tracks. I hear a question or I ask myself a question as I'm just, in random thought, and my jaw drops.
Okay.
Because the last time this happened, and I brought it up to you guys, the last question that made me go like, whoa, this is a very telling question is, do you think you're special? And I think that is a very telling, deep, philosophical answer of no matter what you say.
Yeah, because you have to look at yourself a little bit there, right? And have to make a kind of a judgment on yourself.
And it also spews, 6 or 7 beliefs in whatever direction you have.
All right.
It's a very telling question. So, real fast, yes or no?
Deb's groan was a giveaway.
Yes. So, Deb, do you think you are special?
No.
Jack, do you think you are special?
Sure.
That's the first sure I've ever got. Why not?
Jack would give the most incomplete answer the question could offer. Sure. Jack answered the question, sure. Sure. I think I'm good. Sure.
But even in his lack of telling ways.
Sure. I love your nails, honey. They're awesome. Sure.
Jim, do you think you're special?
I think I'm incredibly special. Are you out of your mind?
No, right,
I think I'm special enough for 5 people.
Yeah, see, I think that.
I'm so special. It takes Jack Shore to yes.
So here comes the sequel to that question, kind of, so to speak. And we could banter on why Deb said no, why Jim said yes, why Jack feels nothing. Well, we could talk about that.
Why Jack is ambivalent? He doesn't know.
But this was the question that made me go, whoa, I'm learning a lot about myself by answering this. If you can, you 3, go on this hypothetical. This was a big topic on our last this episode that drops tomorrow of Good Sauce. You are in a bar, your favorite bar.
Okay.
All right? The bartender goes, oh, Jimmy Cobbs, haven't seen you around these parts in quite a long time. What would you like to have? And you would answer with?
Right now I'm on a margarita thing, so I would say a margarita on the rocks with salt. Upper level, make it nice.
Margarita, Miss Roberts, what would you like to have?
I would like to have an old-fashioned with Woodford Reserve, please.
That is, side note, that is my go-to right now. That's the era that I'm in.
That's an era.
All right. Mr. Bradshaw, what would you like to have?
12-ounce can, cut water, espresso martini.
He's into him. He found him at the Fringe, and he's in love.
13% alcohol. APV.
I will also have a Woodford old-fashioned reserve.
That's nice.
We're all having a fun time.
Yes.
All of a sudden, a guy walks in, incredibly neutral clothing.
Okay.
All right? He walks up to you, all of us individually, and says, I have $5,000 for you in my left hand cash. All you have to do is take it out of my hand. Now, at first, you think, of course, I'm taking that. But I gave you that hypothetical at the bar to try to give it more realism. I want you to actually answer that question. If a stranger walked up to you and said, I have $5,000 for you, all you have to do is take it out of my hand. Do you take that cash? As serious as possible. I asked my comedian friends this. He said, I stab them and I take all the money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that's not what we're looking.
And you don't get to ask questions.
No questions?
No questions or nothing. He just says, I got $5K in my left hand. All you got to do is grab it and it's yours.
Boom. I will answer that confidently. I'm not taking it.
Same here.
And I hate that answer. Because when did I get soft? Or
why aren't you taking it?
Because nothing comes, no strings attached.
Exactly.
Right.
Nothing in life is free.
There's something weird. And at the very least, it's a simple hypothetical, but the answer to that was like, do I have trust issues? Like, I started really overthinking how 100% I'm not taking that money. And here comes more of a mind F for you and me, Deb, because I don't know about Jack and Jim here. But if the money increased, I run further and quicker the other way.
Yeah, because you don't know what exactly the price is going to be to try to get that money. Does he stab you? Does he slap you? Does he punch you?
Why do you guys automatically assume it's something bad? It couldn't be just a guy.
Exactly.
It couldn't be a guy who just won a bunch of money and wants to change somebody's life.
Sure.
And sit there and do something.
That happens all the time.
Yeah, it does.
It happens as much as anybody that walks up and just stabs you.
Some influencer on YouTube just, funding his next video. I'll take it.
Part of the context, also, my friend Renato, when we talked about it on the show, he brought up a great point, is that if that person has a camera attached to them, I think I take it. Because now I understand the context of what this is. You're trying to get $5,000.
You and I are such different people, dude, because if the camera's there, I don't take it.
How weird is that?
Yeah, I do not take
This
it.
is a weird question,
because
right?
I don't want to be part of his bit. I don't care about the bit. I don't want to take it, be on film going, this guy just took this because we sold him pictures of kids or something. I don't want him to be able to, if you just hand me the money, I can take the money, and the money is like, hey, the guy walked up and offered me $5K and I took it. I'm not dumb.
Yeah, but then you have some trench coat guy in your forest backyard with like a fish hook in his right hand. Yeah, the real question is, and Jim just kind of hit it right on the head, is why do you think the worst?
Yeah,
I don't think that I'm thinking the worst.
Yeah, but you are, though, bud.
I'm considering the worst and going, is the juice worth the squeeze for me to live now uncomfortable knowing that I have this money and I don't know. It's not that I think the worst is going to happen. It's the not knowing if the worst is going to happen.
It's not wanting to even face it.
That makes me want to run away. I'm going to lose sleep if I take this random $5,000. Like, it's the same thing. If you find $5,000 on the street,
yeah,
I'm running away. I ain't touching
Are you
that.
serious? On the street, like, I will tell you where I wouldn't touch it on the beach. Because you don't know if that's drug money, but on the street, like, look, my mom found like a bank bag one time and returned it, and they gave her nothing, and I was super pissed.
Hey, see,
because she was honest and got nothing for it in return. I know that I was thinking that as a kid. I would not expect anything in return either. I have found somebody's wallet, a famous person's returned it.
I think it's weird, though.
Thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, I think it's weird, though, that topography is a variable on whether or not, if it's a sidewalk, you're not.
Well, it determines.
With it, but if it's on a beach, you know that there's
a possibility it could be. I got to tell you, unless I get a really bad vibe from the person, I'm taking that money.
See, and then I just think,
and if he's got a camera, I run.
I get the bad vibe from the money. But if I see that camera and the guy looks like Mr. Beast, you know, like I know what this is.
And if it's $1 million, you go away even more? $1 million, dude?
At the very least,
$100K?
I am way more scared.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm taking it.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks.
Yeah. And then, but
you get sure for that one.
If I do take it, guess who buys a gun? You know, like that's the rest of my life.
Hey, you hire him and whack the guy that gave it to you.
Yeah, I'm but is that a good quality or a bad quality? Because when I answer that question, like 100%, I'm not taking it.
Yeah.
It made me feel like, oh man, I'm not a go-getter. Or
no, it doesn't have anything to do with that. The thing is, an opportunity rose, and you have some issues with yourself, where you feel bad about taking it. And can I tell you, I completely understand where you're coming from. I just don't care.
Yeah,
like it's just that simple. I mean, I would never go that process of anything that you just said to come up with the conclusion of why I should not take the money. If there are no strings attached, I don't get a bad vibe from the guy. I get the feeling like I'm with Jack. I don't automatically look at the worst case scenario. My thing is like, look, this person could just be out there trying to change people's lives. He doesn't know who or what I am or what I do or any of that stuff. He just wants to hand me $1,000 and look me in the eye, or $5,000, look me in the eye and show that it made my day.
Real fast, though, no good vibe, no bad vibe. It's just a neutral vibe. Still grabbing it?
Yeah, jeans, T-shirt, I'm grabbing it.
There it is. Those are your odds. So thank you once again.
Without question.
Mo DeWitt for having Tuesdays and me happen again. You are the man. Much love. I'm out. Peace.
Here you go, buddy. Good job. 407-916-1041. Text 77031. Back with It's Only Money and our buddy Scott Brown right after this.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
I know somebody who got bit when they were a kid by a dog, and they, as an adult, have an uneasy relationship, especially with larger dogs.
It's weird to not know anybody who's been bit by a dog. Pretty much everybody who's ever visited my house has been bit by a dog. Lexi's just a terrorist, or what? She likes butts.
The news junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
The right lane's blocked on the express lanes of I-4 eastbound at Central Parkway. Keep an eye out for emergency vehicles on the roadways, clearing up an accident on I-4 eastbound at Dirksen Drive. There's a crash on US 27 northbound before Ernie Caldwell Boulevard. The roadways are getting busy tonight, so travel with caution. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores.
Bobby Bones here with some easy trivia. What does the Staples Easy button say? That was easy. Boom. I mean, that was easy. You knew that, right? And now you know to press it for prints, shipping, and even passport photos. Plus, next day delivery to over 98% of the U.S. I see you, Staples. That was easy.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. June is Men's Health Awareness Month. That's super important. Guys sometimes have a very difficult time taking themselves to the hospital. They're like, well, I'll rub some dirt on it. It's fine. Everything's good. Well, can I tell you, not everything's good all the time. Sometimes you need to make sure that the medical personnel tell you that everything's good. Life Imaging FLA and that free heart scan, they can do that for you guys. They can let you know if you have any creepy crawlies in there that could kind of show their head later down the road when you're not expecting it. And when you consider that 1 of 3 people in America die of heart disease, you probably should start taking that seriously. And I will tell you, man, when I got my scan, the entire thing only took a few minutes. It was the greatest. I took my information to my primary care doctor, and we sat and marveled at how definitive the scan was. He could see everything, and the notes from the doctor from the clinic also added up exactly to what he said as well. Look, man, this was an unbelievable experience, so don't wait. Do what I did. Call Life Imaging FLA. Get that free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. And while you're there, please ask about their cancer screening because early detection does save lives. Make your appointment simply. Simply pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it, pound 250. Say that keyword free heart scan. They will connect you in seconds. Make that call today and take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
This September, our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One is coming back to Las Vegas.
And you can win your way to be there.
Streaming live only on Hulu. Tickets go on sale June 13th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific through AXS.com. But starting June 11th at 1 p.m. Eastern, Capital One cardholders get first access to tickets and other exclusive offers for 48 hours only or while pre-sale tickets last. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One for more pre-sale details. What's in your wallet? Keep listening for the next chance to win your way to our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Presented by Capital One.
The NBC Nightly News.
From one era to the next.
I'm Tom Brokaw.
We hope to see you back here.
I'm Lester Holt.
Trust is the anchor.
For NBC Nightly News, I'm Tom Yamas.
A new chapter begins. NBC Nightly News with Tom Yamas. Evenings on NBC.
By texting 26022, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Tax Lien Code. Message and data rates may apply. Terms apply. Available at taxliencode.com.
Imagine waking up and not needing to rush. No commute, no emails, no boss. Just coffee, sunlight, and the freedom to choose. That's the power of tax lien investing. It's been around for over 200 years, used by banks, hedge funds, and the wealthy. And now, finally, it's being taught right here in Orlando. It's secure, predictable, passive income backed by real estate and mandated by state law. And it pays you, sometimes 15 to 35% returns. You don't need to own property. You just need to see how it works and how to do it right. We've taught over 100,000 students, and we'll teach you for free at a live masterclass right here in Orlando. If you're ready to start building real wealth through tax lien investing, this is it. Text CLASS to 26022 to reserve your free seat. That's CLASS to 26022. But hurry, seats are limited. Text CLASS to 26022.
Delta Airlines doesn't just help you see the world, they help you embrace it. Delta's dedicated teams make your travel experience extraordinary, anticipating your every need with genuine care throughout your journey. The app puts you in total control. And with fast, free Delta Sync Wi-Fi, you can stay connected to what matters most. So flight time feels more like me time. With exclusive partnerships and SkyMiles rewards, every part of the Delta experience is designed to make the journey as enjoyable as the destination.
Do you love your kids? Send them to Crush Yard Summer Camp, where every day is packed with pickleball, ping pong, arcade games, crafts, cornhole, and more. It's active, creative, and tons of fun. Plus, lunch is included. More than just a camp, it's a summer full of new friends, confidence building, and unforgettable memories. With flexible scheduling and affordable pricing, it's easy to plan your summer your way. Spots are filling fast. Sign up now at crushyard.com/camps.
Longer days mean one extra hour of fetch. Are you making the most of time outdoors? With Invisible Fence brand, you can. Our professional installation and training take the hassle out of keeping your pet safe. So you spend more time enjoying your pet. Make the most out of the season with Invisible Fence brand. Save $150 with code radio150 at invisiblefence.com/radio. That's invisiblefence.com/radio.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small, loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
The Medal of Honor is the highest military decoration in the United States. Recipients have done the improbable.
This medal is for the men who went down that day.
On Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage, you'll hear about these heroes and what their stories tell us about the nature of bravery. Listen to Medal of Honor on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Medal of Honor and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Most impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors are installed in just 6 to 8 weeks. Visit reesewindows.com.
This is why YouTube was created at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
Yesterday's JCS question of the day about people that regretted tattoos that they have. The subject came up of the cat tattoo around your belly button. It made it look like the cat's BH. The thing is, if you have an Audi, it's different.
Hey, Ross, good to have you back, buddy. Hey, the Brave New World, garbage movie, but cool thing about that is the President of the United States, his name is Thaddeus Ross. He's played by Harrison Ford, the great. But I thought about you the other day when I was watching that. Garbage movie, but cool fun fact.
Yeah. Out of Clara. Thaddeus Ross in the house.
Thaddeus Ross.
Thaddeus Ross in there.
Oh, hell, boy.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate that as we do every day. If you like the show, please tell somebody, share it, put it on social. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Were you thinking about it?
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
And so is Sauce Daddy.
It's true.
All right, he'll be with us tomorrow as well for Ross Thoughts. All right, well, yeah, for Ross Thoughts.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Promoting the show, and then, of course, back on Thursday for another appearance. Let's do It's Only Money.
Helping people passionate about planning for their future rise above investment myths to build real wealth. Isn't that really just common sense financial advice? It's both. Oh, okay. It's Only Money with Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth.
You guys give it up good loud for Scott Brown. What's up there, international traveler? How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I cannot believe my good fortune that Ross is in the house.
How about that, huh?
I am so happy to be looking at you.
He'll be here for...
Well, you're the first person to say that, but I'll take it.
He'll be here all Tuesdays, buddy. We got a good break there. Our buddy Mo DeWitt made it possible for Ross coming on Tuesdays, which we deeply appreciate.
Well, it's always a pleasure to see the Ross man.
It is. How you doing, buddy? Are you traveling? Did I know you were doing what you're doing today?
I'm in Paris, buddy. I'm living the good. I'm drinking wine. I'm having a lot of bread. They love bread here.
Oh yeah,
you know that they love them some bread.
Mm-hmm. They have good butter and bread, though, right? I mean, you can. That's the whole deal. Get yourself a baguette. Go down on the banks of the
Champs-Élysées with a cafe au lait.
Yes, the scene. Yes. It's and everybody, like at 5 o'clock, everybody's walking with bread. They have bread in their arms. It's they don't go to the Publix. They don't buy a week's worth of groceries. They grab what they have for dinner and maybe what they're going to eat in the morning, and that's what they walk home with. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that's a European thing too. I remember talking to a friend of mine who travels over there, takes groups of people from the U.S. over to primarily Spain, and does like these cooking things where they make pasta and do the whole 9 yards, but. And he told me that's exactly how they do it. That Europeans, as a rule, don't buy like a week's worth of groceries. They will stop by a market on the way home and get something to cook that night.
Well, in Paris, they don't even have a means to do that because it's all fresh market stuff. So I think there's literally maybe 1 or 2 stores that are about half the size of a Publix, and that's the only access they have to any kind of mass grocery shopping.
Wow, unbelievable! How long have you been there?
We got here on Saturday, and we'll be here for about 5 or 6 more days, and then I don't even want to tell you where I'm going after that.
Well, don't tell me then, or tell me.
No, I desperately want to tell you. I'm going to Ireland to play golf.
Oh, I thought you just came back from there.
No, I haven't gone yet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How many rounds you got planned out there?
Seven rounds.
Holy ass!
That's a lot.
Dude, that's a lot of golf.
That is a lot of golf and a lot of Guinness, baby.
Yeah, that's a lot of golf and a lot of Guinness. That's right. Oh, that's right. You're meeting your group of boys over there. She's going back home. Yeah, I remember you telling me.
Yeah, I'm sending them the ladies home, and off I go.
Very nice. Well, Scott Brown joins us every single week for It's Only Money. He owns Edgewater Family Wealth, edgewaterfamilywealth.com. They're on Edgewater Drive, 38 years as a fiduciary here in Central Florida, making sure that your portfolio is going to get you into the life that you want to be in and keep you there for as long as possible. I've been doing it for a while. We'll tell you how to get to be a part of one of his events coming up here soon on the coast. We finally got a coastal gig for you, so we'll tell you about that in a minute. You said you want to do a little Paris trivia for us?
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah, sure. We got 4 people here. We're pretty smart.
Let me see what you got. So France is the 5th, the 7th, the 9th, or the 11th largest economy in the world.
Those numbers again, sir?
That would be the 5th, the 7th, the 9th, or the 11th biggest economy in the world.
I'm going 7.
I'm going 5.
I will have to go 11.
I will go 9.
And the winner is 7.
Oh!
Hey. Out of the gate.
Largest economy in the world and 3rd in Europe. Can you name the 2 countries that have larger economies in Europe beyond France?
Germany.
Germany's one of them for sure.
Well, I love the fact you. I was pretty confident in Germany until Jim said for sure.
Yeah, no, I just read it. I'm virtually certain Germany is one of them. Germany has a gigantic economy.
I will go
Italy.
Are we counting? Is England still part of that group?
Not in Europe.
It is.
Oh, it is.
Oh, okay.
What's in Europe, not the EU?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not the
Right. I mean, I'll go. Oh man, the UK.
I will go Spain.
I don't think it's Spain. I'll go.
Go ahead.
I was going to say Italy anyway.
Well, it is the UK.
Oh, it is the UK. Very nice. UK and
Right.
Germany.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So in the United States of America, on average, a retiree gets 40% of their income replaced by Social Security. Do you know how much the French get replaced? What percentage of their income gets replaced by their version of Social Security?
Oh, this could piss us off.
I think it's absolutely. There's a reason he chose this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed the game when it was wholesome and fun.
And the rye, I'm in Paris drinking wine, smiling, you're not, says it's 80.
No, it can't be double.
80%.
I will go with 58.
Deb?
Go ahead, Deb.
I'll go 85.
Oh, wow, even higher.
Jack?
Yeah, I'll go 90.
It's 74% of their income replaced. Now, don't get too excited. They have to pay for it.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
It is a thing. So the highest income earner, an earner earning the highest income level or in the highest tax bracket pays higher taxes where? In France, in Florida, or in California?
California.
So the highest earner in the highest tax bracket pays the most tax in France, California, or where? Florida?
Florida.
Well, Florida, I don't think it's Florida.
Well, what a plot twist, right? That would be.
I mean, I would probably agree with Deb. I'd say California. It's got to be in the It's got to be up like 40+% when you consider the state taxes and everything.
It is California, then France, and then Florida.
Yeah.
As far as from highest to lowest, California with their state income tax of 13% gets the number really high and really ugly really quickly.
Yeah. That's why people are leaving there like crazy. Did you see that today?
Yeah.
The number 1 state people are leaving from, California. Out of the top 5 cities that are being basically left, it's 3 of them are in California: San Diego, San Francisco, LA.
All right, so here's one for you. How many billionaires do you think France has in total? Can you give me a guess?
I don't know. They have the 3rd richest person on the planet, or 3rd or 2nd. I can't remember how it kind of goes. I guess it's from week to week. The guy who owns Louis Vuitton or LVMH or whatever.
Yeah.
Correct. I think he's number 3 right now.
Yeah. I think he's the 3rd richest person, but it kind of fluctuates for the market. It's not that many. I know the U.S. has the most.
I will go with a simple dozen.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad guess, buddy. I'll go 20.
I'm going to go 7.
Oh, exactly what I was going to say.
Take it with me, Jack.
Yeah, 7.
Well, it's 47. There are 47 billionaires. In France, the U.S. has over 800 billionaires. In fact, the total net worth of the billionaires in the U.S. is $6.22 trillion.
Yeah, almost the entire GDP, bub.
Yeah, that's a little bit more than you guys have.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that.
You must be talking about
just a smidge over. Myself, everybody included. And probably everybody listening included.
You haven't seen my scratch-off game yet.
So yes, that is kind of the shakedown of the the GDP growth. The average GDP growth in France is about 1.5%, which is about half of the average in the U.S. over the last 20 years.
I don't even.
So they have their challenges. There's some wonderful things here. Obviously, they live a different lifestyle. They're a little bit more interested in their social safety nets than we are on the whole, but certainly they pay a price for that. But all in all, I would say the wine and the bread make it somewhat
even it up. And what is the average income, or the average income tax in a bracket? Let's say if you make like $75,000 a year, what's your tax bracket there? Because they have universal medicine there?
They do.
Yeah.
So you don't pay anything for health care for the most part. Your social safety nets are very thick and very deep. But the reality is that, I think they're somewhere in the mid-40s, even for somebody making $70,000 a year. And the employers here carry a lot of the burden. It's very expensive to employ people here. So a lot of people might argue that diminishes the overall pie for everybody else. But there's certainly different ways to look at that.
Yeah, for sure. Wow, man, that's crazy.
If only there was a French word for revolution.
I understand they've tried that a few times.
Yeah. It's gone oddly for them. I'm going to be honest with you. Also, you did want to talk about expectations can lead to disappointing results. And man, I got to tell you, you could apply that through a lot of different things in your life, much less your finances for sure.
Yeah, I just read a quote. Disappointment is a tax on unrealistic expectations. And what that kind of means in the investment world is if you looked at, for example, Ross's mind is now blown.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, man, that hurt.
If you looked at 1998 and 1999, which is a period I was very active in, and I was retiring a lot of folks, the stock market earned a total of 50% over those 2 years. So people's expectations were completely out of whack. The reason that came back to bite them is a lot of the people I was retiring thought that 10, 12, 15% was their God-given right. And I actually did a lot of public speaking at that time, and I had a canned joke that I used all the time. And the joke went something like, a lot of people tell me they're conservative. They don't want to take a lot of risk. If I could just get them 12% a year, that would be fine, right? And they all laughed, and they thought that was a cute joke. But the reality was I couldn't get them to come off of it a lot of the time. They really believed they were going to earn 12, 15, 20% being conservative because they had earned 28, 29, 30, 35 a couple of years before. And where the problem set in is they went into their retirement with that expectation, and they thought, well, I have $400,000. I can take $40,000 a year, and I will never run out of money. Here's the problem. That hindsight bias or that expectation led a lot of those people to disaster because the stock market earned a total of 0% annually for the next 10 years.
Wow.
So you can see where if you believe past performance, which is not, by the way, indicative of future results, as every prospectus you've ever read says, the reality is you can't have expectations based on what happened yesterday or last year. You have to have expectations based on dozens, if not maybe 30 or 40 years of market history before you try to determine what type of return you're going to earn. And conversely, it can hurt you the other way. If you look at 2008, people went through 2008, the market lost almost 40%. You had $400,000, $500,000. At the end of the year, you had $300,000, and you thought, well, clearly my expectation going forward is that the market's going to be terrible. That's hindsight bias, right? And the problem with that is you would have missed out on 11% average annual return for the next 15 years, which means that 500 that turned into 300, had it been left alone and those expectations not invaded your mind, you would have had $1.5 million in your 401k today.
Yes.
So again, expectations, they're not helpful. You have to have a kind of a broad overview of everything you're trying to do. Look at historical returns, be diversified, be thoughtful. I understand it's not a sexy conversation, but the reality is you cannot let hindsight bias, what happened yesterday is not necessarily what's going to happen today.
Exactly. You look at it like a golf tournament, buddy. You may shoot 63 once, but repeating that over and over is very, very difficult. Chances are you're going to shoot 70 a whole lot more. So it's just like one of those things. I mean, watching Scotty Scheffler play golf is kind of one of these things, right? I mean, just a whole bunch of 69s will win you a bunch of money.
Yeah. I mean, with the exception of Scotty Scheffler, I think that's probably true. I mean, a lot of guys will go out and win a tournament, right? Some guy will win a PGA tournament, and then the next week he misses the cut.
Yeah.
I mean, so you kind of have to prepare for all outcomes when you're designing a portfolio, and you cannot have expectations that, if not, will blow up your portfolio.
Absolutely. And we're going to try to turn even more people onto that because you have a gig coming up on the Space Coast over there. That's right. It's a Rising Tide Tap and Table. You're going to be there at 5:30 in the afternoon on June 25th, my man.
Yeah, we're excited. We got the whole crew coming. Greg Rossler's coming. He's going to talk about the Medicare, the Social Security situation. The full crew is going to be out there talking about planning, what to look for, what to be wary of, how to design a portfolio, how to manage retirement income, how to prepare to have money to manage retirement income. So a lot of times we'll have two different groups of folks. We'll have folks that are kind of in the beginning stages. We're looking for, they're trying to decide, how do I get started? What's the first couple of steps? We're going to have conversations with them and about them. And then sometimes we have people who are kind of in the fourth quarter of their retirement planning where they're like, look, this is getting real. I'm 64, I'm 65. I'm going to really do this in 4 or 5 years. I got this nest egg I saved. How do I make sure it lasts my entire lifetime and I live the life I've been saving to live for the last 30 years? We'll be talking to those people and about those processes as well.
And for sure, it's a Wednesday, but it's a 5:30 gig, so it's after work. You should be able to make it easily. 625 Rising Tide Tap and Table. Here's what you got to do. Go to EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. You can go to the pull-down menu to make your reservation. This does not cost anything, and even better, you're actually going to get lunch out of it as well. And there is no bit. There's no scam. There's no bait and switch. None of that exists. So we have people texting going, oh, it's too good to be true. Well, in this case, it is a little too good to be true. He does not expect anything from you. There will be no hard sales press. None of that exists. I want people to understand that. This is solely to get you information to make your life a little bit better financially, or at least move you that way. So again, it's 5:30 in the afternoon at Rising Tide Tap and Table over there on the Space Coast. Make your reservations, EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. And what you're doing is just reserving your seat. That's all you're doing.
Yeah, go to the drop down. It's on the website. You can also download my book. If you can't make the event, you can always do a telephone consult with my team. There's a way to do that on there as well. But to your point, we do dozens of these every year. We probably see 400, 500, 600 people in any given year at events. And I would say 9 times out of 10 people don't become our customers. They don't become our clients. They just learn something and hopefully grow from it, whatever little tidbit they needed. Occasionally somebody comes to one of these things and they're like, I'm in that stage where I actually need these people, where they can help me. And if there's a good fit there, obviously we'd love to have you as a customer or a client, but that is not the sole purpose. The main purpose is to teach and educate, hopefully, so that many of the people that aren't prepared to be our clients today will be our clients down the road. And it's really good fellowship. I think we get a lot of good questions. A lot of times people learn more from the questions of the person sitting next to them than the things that I'm even coming to say. So again, I would urge you to go to EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. And pull the drop down and come see us out on Cape Canaveral.
Absolutely, buddy. Well, have yourself a fine trip. We hope you play well in Ireland. Send me some pictures so I can at least see what I'm missing. Please, do you mind?
I'll do it. You got it.
All right, buddy. Good enough for Scott Brown, guys. EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com, buddy. Have a good trip, and we'll see you soon.
All right,
Au revoir.
All right, young lady, what do you have coming up for You Heard It Here First?
Okay, well, we're going to talk about a man is sentenced to life in prison for trafficking a minor in Eustis. President Trump, yeah, absolutely. President Trump pardons a couple of South Florida divers.
Okay.
And a fan favorite returns to a fast food restaurant.
Really?
Not very French, but we're going to talk about that next during You Heard It Here First.
What about that guy's life? Get out of here with that. Paris then Ireland for golf? That sucks. I quit.
Enchanté.
All right, back in a second.
Au revoir.
You Heard It Here First, and we'll get the hell out of here on a Tuesday.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Hey, there's Central Florida and Fox 35. Storm Team Meteorologist Noah Bergen here. Scattered showers possible through the evening tonight. When it rains, it could be briefly hard. We'll do the same thing again for tomorrow, maybe even more storms and showers tomorrow compared to what we had on Tuesday. Temperatures on your Wednesday, low 80s for highs. Thursday will be a little bit of a drier day. The rain chances come down substantially because there'll be a big plume of Saharan dust over Florida. Temperatures for the weekend get back into the low 90s.
This report is sponsored by WhatsApp.
On WhatsApp, your personal messages stay private. So things like those selfies from last weekend's party stay between you and your bestie. Because on WhatsApp, your personal messages are yours. No one else can see or hear them, not even us. WhatsApp, message privately with everyone.
Hey, everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Eustis Roofing. Man, as the storm season sets in, as hurricane season approaches, you certainly want to make sure that your roof is in good shape. Eustis Roofing can do that for you. 4.9 Google rating, 1,000 reviews. These guys have been in business since 1959. That's insane, man. In the roofing business in Florida for 65 years, you got to be perfect at this. In 2021, they were the National Roofing Company of the Year. And when it comes to the best service you can get, nobody's even close. They run the cleanest site in the business. They have no interest financing available. They do serve all of Central Florida, and they are metal roofing experts, which means they manufacture that on site so it fits perfect, and they may be able to satisfy your insurance carrier by either cleaning or rejuvenating your roof, adding years to it. Just call these guys for a free estimate. It's EustisRoofing.com. That's right. Contact your trusted roofing advisor at EustisRoofing.com.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
You know the biggest hassle with selling your home with the Nickley Group? Figuring out where to put the sofa in your new home, because your old home won't be on the market for long. TNG listings sell 2 times faster and for an average of 6% more. Trust the experts at the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty to get your home listed, shown, and sold. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today at thenickley.com.
Call Nickley.
It's the Hard Rock Bet Battle of the Bets. 2 bets facing off. Winning side splits $250K in bonus bets every single day. Time to pick a side. Team underdogs or team favorites. Team over or team under. There's one way to settle this. Hard Rock Bet Battle of the Bets. Pick a side for $1. Win your share of $250K or more today. Prize pool to be paid out in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
As a law enforcement officer, safe roads are one of my top priorities. Ensuring everyone can get home safely each day. Some never will, due to aggressive driving, being distracted, or speeding on the roads. And too often, that results in the toughest part of my job and the longest walk in my life. I'm so sorry. I have some very sad news to share with you.
9 people will be killed on our Florida roadways today. Don't let it be you or a person you love. Buckle up every trip, every time. Let's get everyone home safely. A message from Florida Department of Transportation, Target Zero. For more information, visit targetzerofl.com.
Tired of taking allergy pills every day to treat your allergies? Aspire Allergy and Sinus has helped thousands, including me, who spent years suffering before finally doing something. Like Erin, whose migraines were alleviated almost immediately after her sinus surgery with Aspire. Or Julie, who didn't even realize it was allergy season because she felt so much better after taking her allergy drops. this. Fixing your allergies is easier than you think it is. Go to AspireAllergy.com to set your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Are you tired of your glasses or contact lenses? Maybe it's time for a change. For a limited time, the Filatowski Eye Institute is offering free LASIK exams and $500 off each eye. That's right, clear vision and up to $1,000 in savings, just in time for sunshine, road trips, and poolside selfies. Call now, 800-EYE-EXAM. That's 800-EYE-EXAM. Or visit them online at filatowskieye.com. Take that first step toward clear, confident vision before this offer ends. Call 800-EYE-EXAM. The Filatowski Eye Institute. Trusted, local, life-changing.
By texting 64000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in Orlando without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in Orlando for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text FLIP to 64,000. Orlando's the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop next week right here in Orlando and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text FLIP to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text FLIP to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text FLIP to 64,000.
The future is bright. RC Hill here. It's graduation season, but you can leave the cap and gown at home because this month I'm helping people graduate from their old ride. That's right, I'll help you save up to $10,000 on a new Mitsubishi with a lifetime warranty. So if you're ready for a fresh start, then graduate from your old ride, and I'll pay you way over appraised value regardless of miles or condition. You could even drive the redesigned 2025 Outlander top safety picked and Yamaha sound system, or the new Mirage, 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty starting at only $15,900. Plus, here at RCO Mitsubishi, we're all about affordability. We'll work hard to help you find a car you love for only $1 down. So ditch your old ride like the last day of class and save up to $10,000. Plus, I've got over 200 certified used cars, SUVs, trucks, and sports cars, and rates as low as 0%. But hurry, pre-tariff prices won't last long. I'm RC Hill, DeLand, and Ocala. See all my rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit and $1 down requires bank approval. Trade value up to 120% off KBB.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit onefirmforlife.com today for your free consultation.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan.
Our friends at TK Law want to remind us to look ahead. So we will look ahead tomorrow on Real Radio with the Monsters in the Morning. Amber Nova will join the boys talking about the documentary Earnhardt by Ron Howard. Friendly Ray Trenley will be in-house. And tickets to Metallica, night 2, I believe. That is tomorrow on the Monsters in the Morning. Don't forget to look ahead with the team at TK Law to plan your family's future. I did it. It's simple. Just go to onefirmforlife.com.
You're listening to the Jim Colbert Show.
JCS crew. Come on, bro. You know they ain't giving me returns. Brother, they ain't giving returns. You better have a receipt. And you better have backup receipt on your phone and the app from the store if you think you're going to get returns. Oh, and Home Depot and Lowe's, man, you want to talk about tightening up? Dude, you got 48 hours maximum on appliances now. So you better be sure what you're buying because you're not taking them back.
Eustace Roofing on the show with us tomorrow. We're going to talk about how to prep your roof for hurricane season, how to get everything in shape, all the little maybe tips and tricks that you can use to extend the life of your roof. They will join us tomorrow afternoon, so tune in for that as well. Plus, we'll have a bunch of other stuff, all the normal Wednesday stuff, Animal House, Scott Maxwell's call. Ross will be joining us again tomorrow for Ross Thoughts, all that fun stuff.
It's true.
Yeah, you guys recorded Good Sauce this morning?
We did. I had a very fun time.
Very
I got
nice.
something off of my chest.
Oh, yeah. Now clear the air, huh?
Yeah, it's probably the most judging I can get towards a group of people.
I like that.
And I let it loose.
All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb. Jack is here.
Yeah.
Sauce Daddy's here.
Yeah.
He'll be here on Tuesdays, so make sure to let everybody know. Ross back on Tuesdays and Thursdays for sure. Deb, let's do You Heard It Here first.
It's time for You Heard It Here First on The Jim Colbert Show.
All right, State Attorney Bill Gladson of the 5th Judicial Circuit, that includes Citrus, Hernando, Lake Marion, and Sumter counties, announced today, along with the State Attorney General and the Lake County Sheriff, the life sentence of a child sex trafficker who is in the country illegally.
He basically bought a girl for an hour to do whatever he wanted with. We're going to treat you as if you're the person who organized it. And that's why this guy got a life sentence. The legislature's made it clear. If you traffic in a child for sex, it's a mandatory life sentence.
Done.
Yep, no problem with that.
Done.
Gladson says the 31-year-old defendant was the 121st person sent to prison for life in the 5th Circuit since he took office 3 years ago. President Trump is pardoning 2 South Florida divers who freed 19 sharks and a giant grouper from a fisherman's line.
This is a really interesting story, by the way.
It is. Tanner Mansell and John Moore Jr. were convicted of theft in 2022. Now, although they avoided prison time, their felony convictions, of course, prevented them from voting, owning firearms, traveling freely. The men's attorneys welcomed the news, saying they were only trying to save the sea creatures from what they believed was an illegal fishing setup.
What the deal was is this one guy had a shark line. He was one of only 3 people in the world approved to use this kind of line to catch these sharks for scientific purposes. The divers didn't know that. They thought he was poaching sharks, so they cut the line. Well, that cost them like 30 or 40 grand or something because they did this for science, so they got paid to do it. They went to jail for that, like for years. They were going to be felons for the remainder of their lives for that. And Trump pardoned them.
Yeah.
So that was a good pardon.
And then finally, McDonald's is bringing
And then
back.
there's the Chrisleys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then there's the
Yeah.
Grizzlies. Yeah, I said that's a good one.
Yeah.
And a fan favorite, McDonald's is bringing back the snack wrap next month. The
boy.
Yeah.
Yes. I know why, too.
Yeah, the popular menu item featuring chicken, lettuce, cheese, and sauce wrapped in a tortilla will once again be on the menu starting July 10th. Now, the snack wrap was taken off the menu in 2016, but fans have been clamoring for its return ever since. In a social media post, the person behind McDonald's account said snack wrap fans are responsible for its return. They said fans' comments, petitions, and tweets created, quote, a movement so powerful that you finally won, end quote.
Very nice. And it had nothing to do with Popeyes bringing it back.
And you heard it here first.
Yeah, just so happens Popeyes.
Shade grown.
Yeah.
I remember when the OG snack wrap dropped. That had a grip on me and my friends.
Oh, dude, for $3 you could get loose.
Class of 2008, then I became really good friends with the guy who worked at McDonald's. Don't want to brag, but he would throw down a couple of more tendies for me.
And you heard it here first on the Jim Colbert Show.
Very nice. I appreciate that. Who do we have to thank today?
We want to thank attorney Mo DeWitt, just call Mo, for bringing back the raw sauce.
Absolutely love that.
Making
Thanks, Mo.
Tuesdays Mo better.
Appreciate
Thank
that
you.
very, very, very much, my man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
Also want to thank Scott Brown with Edgewater Family Wealth. Just in case you missed our review of What You Do That's New or Scott's timely financial information, you can find both podcasts under the Jim Colbert Show. And then last but never least, Sam Bowen and Candace Rich for running our YouTube chat.
Yeah, appreciate that, guys. Jack, question of the day?
Do you celebrate the birthdays of deceased relatives?
Yeah, I think this number's higher than most people want.
Well, we worded that weird. Celebrate is like, time to throw a rager for grandma.
I'll go 65% of people do something.
28.
Oh, really? Oh, you worthless. Oh, God. You just forget everybody. They die and you just forget them. I don't do it either. It's fine. All right. We'll have, let's see, coming up tomorrow is Scott Maxwell, Animal House. Who's in?
Central Florida Zoo.
Very nice. We'll also have a call from Ross Daddy.
Yeah, that is true. You can also catch me at the Laugh Out Lounge this Friday and Saturday, and I will be in Mount Dora this month. It's ready to ride. That's
right.
happening on the 14th.
And that's a series of shows coming to Mount Dora with you guys, right?
That is, absolutely. We're doing a show each month. It's the Real Radio Summer of Laughs with the Real Comedy Mount Dora Summer Night Series, and it's going to be Ross in June It's going to be Ryan in July, Sabrina in August. And if you want the details and to get tickets to Ross's show, go to realradio.fm/comedy. All the info's right there.
Very nice. If you want to get the Life Out Lounge show, that's rosscomedy.com.
Ross Comedy.
Very good, guys. Let's get the hell out of here. What do you say?
Sounds good.
Do it! On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ross, I am Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters in the Morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Tuesday evening, guys.
Stay safe and dry. Bye.
Yep, you got it, Toyota.
If you missed any part of today's show, check out the Jim Colbert Show on demand. And for highlighted feature segments, listen to the Jim Colbert Show, The Goods. Both are available for free on the iHeartRadio app.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.5.